And we've got some Nations Cup action here. This is the losers bracket between two big teams. We've got Brazil and we've got Germany. Both teams have been fantastic. And we started all off with a map that you and I both have enjoyed in this tournament, Dave. Good old Team Islands.
Mm-hmm. Team Islands, and there's a lot of landing going on in these islands nowadays. As we see Miguel, what? Goths?
I like it.
Okay, okay, all right. He's gone for the Goths here on the flank. He's going to be matching up against Target, who's the Vikings, and the Vikings should have an advantage on water if Miguel wants to hold water. Goths with a decent Navy tech tree, though. They do end up getting Bracer, and I believe they do get Galleon, right? Yeah, they get Galleon and Bracer, so.
You got to think, though, if you pick Goths here, it's for a landing of some sort.
Yeah.
And the meta has been you have the flank player go water, and then the pocket players go for more of a landing. So you have Dogal's in the green for Brazil. Goku's in the teal. We have Bulgarians and then Huns. Two civs that could easily perform well on the land and decently on the water, I guess. And then Fire's gone for Dravidians on the flank, Dave, which could have future ramifications in the series because you had said that Dravidian seems like a must pick for migration. So very interesting selection of civilizations for Brazil. Like I'm looking at the civs for Germany, and I'm almost thinking like this is a bit of a throwaway for Brazil.
Also,
they don't care.
For, like the synergy here between Dravidians and Huns, there is none, right? Like you don't need houses.
Oh yeah,
with Huns.
true.
Like what? Why are you gonna pick Dravidians on the same thing as Huns? But maybe they're not looking so much towards that team bonus. Maybe they're looking at like just having a decent water sieve, and Dravidians are a very good water sieve.
Well, then you've got Koreans for Philip for Germany on the flank. The pocket then Anatov, Portuguese. Both of these civs are just insane on water. They have so many water bonuses. And the purple then you got the Spanish, which is also insane on water actually, and pretty viable on land for running.
Like,
and then
the thing is
Vikings.
Spanish trade as well. Like it always comes down to trade on this map if it goes late.
Absolutely.
So Spanish trade and Portuguese.
Well,
all you need to do now is hold the water until the late game, and you've won. Basically.
Yeah, I will say, if Germany loses this game, this is like losing 1.5 games here because these civs are so strong here, and they'd also be really good on migration, and particularly the Spanish. When Black Forest is one of the maps available for this series, not having Spanish or even Koreans possibly, and that type of map could be a problem. I don't see, with the exception of maybe Dravidians. Which, as we said, could be good for migration. I don't really see Brazil being too upset if they lose this game and don't have access to these civs in the future. But we'll see.
I think Dravidians is just the question mark for me. But like Goths, Bulgarians, Huns, this just kind of reeks of a whatever. We'll try
a throwaway. Yep.
Yeah. Like they don't want to lose this game, but they won't be mad if they do.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, I would expect the right side to be the most interesting thing. Fire used to be the best water player in our scene back in 2015, 2016 when it was just galleys. So I think Fire, he's going to be up to date in the meta, and he should be in a pretty good spot to go galleys. But the right side is like really confusing to me. We do have a forward dock for Miguel. But again, like the standard for a civ like Goths would be probably to go landing here. And I see Miguel's
Miguel
got Loom on the way. So
yeah, he's Goths, right? So he might go transport ship after this fishing ship. No, it's going to be 3 fish. And then just standard water play?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not something that you would expect would work out well against a well-established flank player in Target who is super underrated in 1v1s. But yeah, I mean, Vikings just have the clear edge on water. We'll see. As for the pocket players on both sides, which is standard, they have gone for a back dock. And the back dock is standard because they tend to spawn more towards the backwater. It does make transporting a bit more awkward if you're in the back position because your transport has to loop around to the front here. But I've yet to see anyone queue up a transport on either team.
No, this is... Oh, there we go. There's the transport from Miguel.
Okay.
This is so weird, dude. Like, forward dock, 3 fishing ships right in range of your opponent, so your fishing is going to die 100%.
Yep.
And then you're just going to transport over.
Also,
okay, we'll see how it works out, I guess.
I think it'll be important for Target to loop around to the fish for the pocket then. And Goku's not far away, right? Like Goku is really hard to access. If you were to compare Miguel's trip, if Miguel went water to get to Running's fish, to the trip that Target's going to have to take to get to Goku's fish. I mean, Goku's fish are probably not going to be safe at all here.
Yep. Goku is coming over, though, with 2 villagers. Miguel is already sending 2 vills and a scout across, and Philip is patrolling there. So Philip's looking.
I'm laughing because Miguel has to come back to get Goku's villagers.
Goku's like, I'm here, dude. It's not that big of a trip, though. And this is just classic, bro. Like, Philip and Running are patrolling here, and you just never, ever find the landing when it happens. You'll find the building afterwards, right?
Yep.
Even if you patrol your scout back and forth. Target has a scout patrolling, and he's going to find it.
Important find, obviously, and important for Brazil to get there. Target will attack, and I'm sure all the scouts are going to come over for Germany. But as everyone arrives to Feudal Age here, this should be pretty exciting. We've got a double landing here for Brazil, pretty close to the shoreline. And we'll see what this turns into for Goku. I imagine it's going to be stable. So we're going to have archers and spearmen, and then also some scouts from Brazil. I like the combination. Meanwhile, there's no landing from Germany, and you can tell Dogao is expecting one. Dogao at home has actually made a stable, just in case a landing would come in, as that's been the meta. So he might need to somehow get those scouts from home across the way. But stable from home, from Running as well. So they had expected this Germany, so this is actually a positive for them, the fact that they have buildings prepped. But the pressure's on already, and Anatov's going to lose that villager. Yes.
He does get some value, though. Lots of HP gone from those scouts. And
Yep.
He's going to push these back again.
Yep.
But villager dead for Running. And Miguel is starting to queue up some archers. And Target still has not taken out his fish. Target has not stretched forward with these galleys. Like, okay, he's got to go now.
Yep.
Good. He's moving.
Well, he doesn't know the dock position, so he, if anything, would actually venture over towards Goku, excuse me. But this is really good for Brazil so far. They haven't lost on water. In fact, you could see Fire, who I think just killed the fishing ship, is going to loop around to the back. And if he's able to get there and kill the fish from Anatov, this will be a big problem for Germany.
He won't be able to, though.
Look
look at Philip.
Look at Philip.
Fire. Philip is
what is
right
that?
on him.
Look at them. They don't stop, dude.
No, they don't.
The ships don't stop. Is that some weird... It must be something with attack move or something. I have not seen that since they fixed attack move like a year ago. Holy crap. And now Goku's getting smashed in the middle. Goku will have no villagers here anymore for Brazil. He's lost both of his villagers. Great recovery here from Germany.
He does have a bunch of scouts, but his fish is now being completely bypassed by Target. All right, Target's going to find the fish. I think the concerning thing for me is the fact that Dogao's fish could die to Target as well. And now Fire is like so far behind on the other side because he tried for that YOLO push. So they're going to have to make something happen on the land here, but it's definitely not a great start.
No, it's not.
Brazil.
Brazil, the strat they're going for has been meta, but Germany just expected it the whole way through, right? And you had like Miguel just losing a lot of his archers now because they didn't know Anatov was on scouts until it was too late. So it's double scout production from Running and Anatov. 8 fishing ships for Anatov, 6 fishing ships for Running. They haven't lost a lot of their eco. So I'm liking the defense thus far. Again, important though that they kill the players' fishing ships. Fire has brought 3 galleys over to Target's fish on the right, which feels very out of place.
That fishing ship just moonwalking or moon sailing backwards.
Yeah.
Love to see it. And this is actually like just Fire finding value where he can, right? Now he's going to loop to the back, distract the Navy there from Target. And while Target is being distracted, Dogao is actually defending himself at the back with some fire galleys. So Target is forcing his opponents to make mistakes, and Dogao hitting red at the same time that Fire is coming in.
Yeah,
so
so many things happening here.
Actually doing a fantastic job here with the galleys after losing those 3.
Now, I got to give credit to Philip as well. He didn't lose any villagers, as far as I could see, to the scouts from Dogao, and now he is on Dogao's fish. Dogao's fishing ships won't... Well, actually, Dogao's got 4 fires, so it really does depend on what the micro is looking like right now, because Fire's got red distracted.
Yeah, and as Philip micros here, Fire's still microing against him in the front. No, Fire's lost some numbers. So he's coming back now.
Yep.
Philip might be distracted. We still have the pressure through the middle, and there's a lot of scouts here from Goku to back up this army from Miguel.
I was just going to think, who can comfortably get to Castle Age with all this chaos? And the answer is Dogao. So Dogal's still with his fishing ships alive, making fires to defend them. His fish will actually be okay. And Goku and Miguel still trying to break somebody here. You know what I like a lot? Miguel made a lot of spearmen when he saw that there were so many scouts on the field. I mean, that might be too many scouts to deal with still, but this is kind of
like the
punishing
spears.
Germany for the fact that they've made only scouts in defense here.
I don't think Germany can engage against this, dude. Like, there's just too many spears there for Miguel. He's done a fantastic job. And walling in the villagers is just a must, right? Like, Goku didn't do that. He wasn't keeping his vills safe, and he's going to need to transport across again. He is going for another forward dock, so I think he's thinking about it. But Target might be there with some galleys to deny the attempt.
There's a lot of things happening here. Fire with some weak galleys on the left, but he pulls back there, he'll be okay. He's not pulling back. He's clearly a little distracted elsewhere. But look at this army of spearmen, archers, and scouts from Goku and Miguel. They could take Running off of gold. Running does not have the stone for a tower right now. This could be devastating. It also could loop pressure into Anatov as well. They need to respect this massively.
Had to buy stone. Running had to buy stone for a tower.
Wow.
And that's an ugly position there around that gold with those hills and everything. Can't even comfortably go for a TC there once you're in Castle Age. It's going to be really, really rough. And now the Archer army looping around towards yellow space. There's still a bunch of scouts from Anatov, but I think Miguel, with the amount of spearmen he has, like, can kind of defend himself even without the scouts there from Goku.
And he's still got two vills there. That's the important thing. Still is the two vills, so he could make more barracks or something later on.
Maybe from Target in the back. Dogao now has fires. He's gotten that research, and those fires, once they deal with this, can come forward and maybe help Fire as well.
Yep.
Who
Also,
is still somehow equaling out Philip over on the other side, even losing 3 galleys early.
Also, I think the important thing to mention here is to bring it directly back to what we said needed to happen for Brazil today. You want Dogao to be in a comfortable position to show how beastly he is. And he's gone 3 TC boom. He's got fishing ships, and he's got those fires. I think Dogao's score is going to skyrocket in this game because all the other Brazilians have been able to be so active on the field for him.
Castle Age on the way for the remaining Brazilian players, and Castle Age is on the way for all of the Germans at the moment. As the market is denied there from Anatov, that's going to be a little bit of a pain. Oh, he's got another one.
Yeah, he's probably just using that to keep these units away. Yeah. And Dogao, he's going to be booming, but Miguel's not up yet.
Fire might be in trouble. Fire's losing a lot of his navy. He is getting War Galley, though, and he has gone into a few fires, so he'll make a few of those and then probably switch back into War Galley again.
Yep. Yeah, he's just simply going to switch fires long term.
Fishing Eco for Brazil has been struggling for sure.
Yeah, Eco in general, I mean, some of the players have struggled. Dogao obviously feasting it right now.
Tristan, look at these 2 War Galleys in the back of Germany's water. Look at the kills on those.
No
16.
way. 16
Fire
eco kills as well.
Sniping all the fish. I was just saying the fish for Brazil is struggling. The fish for Germany has been struggling this whole time.
Wow.
Now there's the big engagement in the center. Anatov is going to clear that up, that army from Miguel, but he certainly takes out quite a few of the light cav from Anatov. So Fire doing work behind the scenes.
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
and I was wondering where his micro focus was because he was taking some poor fights elsewhere. But man, oh man, the fact that he killed both the Pockets fishing ships and these pockets are under so much pressure. Again, Miguel's still got forward villagers. He's got a mix of archers and spears that are about to be pikes. And he's got really good eye on the golden stone there for Running. Not the position Running would want to find himself in here. He's got the lowest eco count in the game. And, I mean, I think Red's done a good job on this left-hand side, Dave. I think he's had a good game. I think Target's had a really good job for Germany. But the Pockets actually are the players that are struggling right now for the Germans.
And this resource setup here for Running is just so rough, right? There's a stone out there, the main gold here. Your side golds are in a terrible position if you're fighting up against archers. And now suddenly Goku has villagers on the center again. Please don't lose those, Goku. You
save them this time.
Effort. You spend so much time trying to get these back across. Please don't lose them again.
He's going to lose them again.
Oh, he's going to lose them again, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, not what he would have wanted, but Miguel's still there. So I think, honestly, at this point, if you're Goku, you just boom, right? You just boom and come back into the game later like Dogao's going to do. Dogao's at 73 eco. Huns do have a good navy.
Oh, no. Miguel just lost a ton of vills on his wood line. to the longboats.
Yep.
I see like 1, 2, 3.
I think he lost
4,
4
5,
there.
6. No, I think it's more than that.
Yeah,
It's
maybe he
definitely more
did.
than
Yeah.
that. Oh boy.
It's so frustrating for him to be in this position, have to focus on the front and not have any help on water. Fire is actually losing control of his docks right now, as he's trying to be creative and help out in the middle on water, which could allow another transport for Goku. That'll be round 3. Full knights for running and for Anatov, as they have to respect Miguel right now. But Miguel's actually going to shift over to Target, and Target has been freely booming this game. He hasn't received much pressure on land. If Knights, or any pressure of all, gets into his eco without support, he will die to this.
There's Knights coming from Anatov around the other side of this army. He's gone for a ram there because he knows the Mangonel would probably die right away if he made it. He's going to try and pressure Target, but I don't even think they'll distract Target. I think Running and Anatov have enough here to try and clear this up.
Goku gonna get the siege. That's not bad, actually. And in the center, Dave, there's Navy. There's also Navy on the left side where Germany's winning, and Navy on the right side, Germany could win, and Navy on the back hitting Dogao. So there's just so much Navy for the Germans.
Also, like, all of Fire's base is basically rangeable from water.
Yeah,
so
which
that's
hurts
gonna
so
be
much.
Really, really rough.
Is a really bad generation if you're going to be losing water. He's not going to lose it completely here, but I mean, he isn't producing any ships now that I say that.
Imp is on the way. Imp is on the way from Dogao. 93 villagers. Imp is on the way from Target. He's at 60, and he's probably just going to go full water.
Yep, as he
Dogao,
should.
though, let's see if he can steamroll. He's going for a castle in the front, and that castle kind of strikes me as a guy who maybe wants to contribute on water in early Imp. Maybe go into galleons.
Think so. Yeah, you've got an eco lead. Your team is behind on water. And I think while it hasn't been effective to kill anybody for Miguel and for Goku, they've hung around, Dave. They've hung around. And
They've distracted
there's
so
been a
much,
couple
man.
mangonels that have been sniped by Goku. It's still more and more pikemen coming out of this barracks. There's still a ram. There's just a lot of stuff happening. So it's the perfect time for Dogao to go on the water. And he should have a massive navy as well with this type of economy. A big fight here, though. It's so awkward, this choke point. How do you take a fight with your pikemen?
And you don't even... Brazil doesn't even have a Mangonel either.
Yeah, Ram was a bad choice.
Running's Mangonels are kind of thinking, hey, I don't want to hit my own units. And right now, Miguel is kind of chewing through these knights as he pushes up the hill.
The Rams are still there as well. I mean, it's very rare that the Rams could actually push into this choke and take out the castle. But okay, I mean, a lot of the army disappeared for Germany. What in the world, man? I really wish it would have been Mangonel instead of Ram, though, for Miguel. They could have maybe denied the castle. It would have accomplished a lot more.
I think if you go Mangonels here, though, the reason he didn't go Mangonel is that just a couple odd knights swoop in and your Mangonels are dead.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the Rams are gonna have a lot of hits to kill. Maybe could garrison your pikemen. Fire is having a rough time over at his base. And the thing that I think annoys me the most, or not annoys me, but makes me nervous for Miguel, is he hasn't really been expending his eco behind it. He's been like ignoring the longboats on the wood lines, just added a second TC, fully focused in the center here. And you can see he's at 53 villagers.
Yeah, not
a
good.
good position.
Yeah, it used to be really bad for Running, but Running has recovered his eco pretty nicely here. He's at 73. But I'll tell you what, dude. Dogao, he's the best player in this game, right? He's the best player out of everyone here. And he has 120 villagers. And he has 8 docks on the front right now. And I know that the good thing for Germany is that Target had a head start here on production. He's got so many longboats. But I think Dogao could possibly make something happen there. There was a signal from Philip as if to say it's Galleon now for Dogao. But this is where, if you are Miguel, you need to be on like 4 TCs.
Yep.
Right? Just boom, right? Like, don't even focus on making army now. It's not going to work. And then same with Fire and same with Goku. And just try and take this late. But then again, the problem is, do you want to take it late?
The chemistry university in the back of Dogao's base almost went down, bro.
Dude, I noticed that, but in my mind, I was like, it's going to happen. We don't even need to look at it. But I didn't realize it'd be that close.
It's like 200 HP. Also, the nice thing about Huns here, as Dogao now gets Cavalier for his one night, as he's queuing up more ships. Nice thing about Huns is a lot of times in this transition where you're going from boom to just water production, you're gonna hit the momentum staller that is being housed.
Yeah,
And it's
true.
so beautiful to have Huns, right? You can
Yep.
just make this transition, and suddenly there's like 40 military on the field. You don't have to worry about getting the infrastructure to support it. So really, really nice stuff there. Fire on the way to Imperial Aged, and he's getting ballistics as well. I don't think he's going to go through Aes Sedai. I think he's going to go Galleons here. Might actually wait till Shipwright is in to start major production.
I like the outposting from Germany to the north of the base of Anatov and Running. They dropped a lot of outposts, dropping castles there. They just know they have Spanish trade, they have Portuguese ships, and Portuguese Feitoreos. There's no way they should lose this game if it goes late into a trade boom. So they're just making sure that they don't lose ground on land right now. And there's potential because Dogao has so much navy for more transporting. But he's not done
the
that.
towers already coming up from Philip as well. They've got Koreans as well. So if they get towers set up
Yep.
all along the shoreline, Feitoria is up from the Portuguese player and Spanish trade rolling. It's going to be really, really rough. But I think there's an opportunity here for Brazil. If they manage to win the water and then get the Goths over on land,
Yep.
could disrupt a lot of that.
If you have excess food in this position and you're not using it, you need to send it to your teammate. Like Dogao, he's got enough for Paladin. I don't know if he's going to research Paladin and just try and make them.
Where
but-
is that one Cavalier? There it is. I'm going to watch it real time upgrade to a Paladin. It's a big,
Yeah.
big transition.
On
there.
his own island, yeah.
Yeah.
But Dave, we are going to see the oh god, never mind. Fire just didn't produce all of Castle Age, and he's making war galleys. I really thought he was going to go for the 3 Sedai here. I like the castle positions for Fire. That's really good for the long-term trade, but man, oh man, Target. Probably the least known player of all the Germans
He's been
on
so good.
the German team. He's again showing how good this guy is. He's got
Like-
68 longboats. That is Target,
And
but
look
that
at-
is also the Vikings.
Look at what he's doing. It's not just the fights he's taking, the fish he's clearing up, but also the map control. Like, he's spread these out perfectly along the island from Brazil.
Yeah.
He's killing villagers on the woodline. He killed a bunch from Miguel earlier. He's been disrupting Fire. He's been disrupting Dogao this entire time as well.
Why on earth would you research Paladin Dogao and not get villagers across? Like it would be
I
so
don't
much
know.
better to to just get banking, get Miguel into the game by sending him food, and then give Miguel the land's job
And here
with
come the
dropping barracks.
longboats.
And longboats will see the villagers there. That's actually a really good fight for Dogao. He has more ships, and now there's stables. Okay, so this answers our question. They will be fully upgraded paladins, and the production will start. And we don't actually have a lot of land defense right now for Germany. There's a couple knights there, and they're just going to drop a castle on the stables. They're like, this is how we deal with it. We'll simply drop buildings.
He does have the Navy to support, though, and I think that's going to be 3 stables up
Yep.
from Dogao, and Paladin is no joke, right? Sends him out immediately, and the other team's going to be like, wait, he has Paladin? We haven't seen any of this.
Dude, Brazil as a whole has 62 army, and 75% of that is Dogao right now. Like, with 120 villagers, I was really hoping Fire would have more galleons right now. He is
I was
so far
hoping
behind Red.
Like, I was hoping Miguel would at least have 4 TCs.
Yeah,
He's still
agreed.
only on 3.
Agreed. Yeah, and the longboats are doing good enough job here. The trade will begin for Germany.
Here comes
the
Red
Paladin
as well.
spam's coming from just 2 stables, though. There's towers, there's a castle, there's organ guns. I do not think that the landing is going to be successful at all here for Brazil.
No. I love this from Philip. He's like, I could collapse on that Navy, but I'm just going to kill these stables.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
That's fine. These Paladin are very annoying, and then we're going to prevent the landing. And meanwhile, on the other side, Target's got 60 longboats just there right now, and Dogao is kind of distracted with these galleons over here from Red, so they're going to have to figure out a way to get over to Germany's island again.
If the
Right now, it
roles...
just looks like it's not happening.
If the roles were reversed, right? If Brazil had this level of control, I would still be like Germany with their civilizations. They could still easily win this game if they just hold on and play into trade and clear it up. But the fact that Germany's got the lead now, and they're already adding trade with the Spanish trade bonus, and have the Korean bonuses at play and have Portuguese, terrifying stuff for Brazil.
Dude,
I've got to
these
see something
longboats.
big from them to make them think they have any chance here.
Imagine these longboats with the new tech. Like these stocks are going down so. I feel like I'm watching war footage.
Wait,
like
their
machine
ships?
gun fire.
Their ships get extra attack with that tech?
Yeah, they get +1.
What? Did they nerf longboats at the same time?
No, they get +1, bro. You didn't know that?
I
Look, a careening. That's the second dock. Oh, galleon's in. Okay. Careening dock got denied earlier.
We do have some Huskarls, by the way. Dave, we completely missed Miguel got barracks in the back
Oh my
of the
God, it's 'cause
German
he's gray.
island. The gray
What?
color paying off.
They
Dude.
didn't notice it either. Apparently, Miguel is being very sneaky ninja goths in the back
Whoa.
of the base. And this is huge.
They were
This is
probably like,
massive.
Miguel's like, I want pocket as Goths. And Dogal goes, no, because you can't be gray if you're pocket. We need you to sneak. Go for the gray color. That gives them a
Apparently
chance.
longbows-
There's 60 Huskarls in the eco right now. Dude, Target is going to lose so many vills. In fact, he will have
yeah.
no vills if Miguel just focuses on him. He's got
He's
nothing.
going to lose his entire economy. Like, if a couple Huskarls over to that wood line on the right. Apparently, longboats lost some bonus damage to
Okay.
account for that.
Okay, makes sense then.
We'll have to look into it, but the Huskarls are coming in now. There is Oregon guns there from Anatov, so it feels like eventually this landing is going to get cleared.
Yeah.
And running's at the back with Navy. It's just how much damage can Miguel do before it does? And I'd love to see him send the Huskarls even deeper into the eco.
Dude, it's just, if Brazil had a second player on water, if Goku didn't have 160 villagers and 3 trade carts, like, if more population was put into water right now, this would be their time to actually contest that. But they just can't do it because, like, Fire's Navy counts at 26. He's continually being overrun.
There we go.
Goku,
There's the Therissidae.
waiting to see if Goku's going to accomplish something more, but it's still all Germany here. But, I mean, without this landing, this game might have been over already. This is amazing for Miguel.
Miguel still kind of being idled at home as well by the longboats here, and now Goku is pushing forward with a castle on the front shoreline.
Dude.
So maybe think about getting docks up there. Bulgaria's not the greatest naval civilization.
These Huskarls are insane, dude. They're just killing the organ guns as well. They're so cheap and they produce so
And the
quickly.
trade.
Say goodbye to your castle, too, while you're at it. Like, this is a 6,000 HP castle. Upgrades have been researched. And
Miguel-
Germany still can't stop this. Look at Target's population now. He's at 130. Wow.
Miguel has received 16,000 reds. So
Okay, I like it.
So I think they just need to keep slinging them. I'm looking at his barracks. They're not queued up, Tristan.
Uh-oh, that's a problem.
He needs more res. He needs more food. His eco behind is terrible. He's only at 2 TCs now as the cannon galleons start working away at his farmy eco. And the Huskarls are only good as long as he can replace them over and over and over again.
Dude, I mean, but still, I mean, Brazil is the population lead right now. Like, where did this come from? Target barely has economy. They've lost a ton of trade cards here as well, Germany. And they did the right thing to add them. And, man, like, if you look at the houses for Target at his base, the trade is running into these choke points where the Huskarls have just been sitting and chewing them up.
They've been feasting.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Those 22 Huskarls have 62 eco kills.
Yep. And the trade
Wild.
keeps flowing. They keep sending trade because they're expecting the organ guns from Yellow to clear it up. But the organ guns just aren't able to kill them fast enough.
I do really, really like how running, you could say 56 galleons is a waste back here of population, but he's identified the problem.
Yeah.
He's like, we need to get rid of these barracks. Stat. And this villager, although I don't think he's noticed the villager left.
I don't
for
even know.
Miguel.
Oh,
I
she's
don't
still
think
standing there. I don't
Miguel's
think Miguel
noticed.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the second that Navy loops to the front, Brazil starts to lose water again. But, you know, look at Fire, right? The Therissidae on the side have made some progress. You now have Goku, who's, you know, contributed a little bit with Navy. So there's potential here, and I think we're going to see another landing from Brazil, maybe towards the front.
Please don't let this villager live. for Miguel. She's making the castle.
Oh my god, dude.
Such a big deal. If that castle goes up, it'll protect her
No
to make a few more barracks,
way.
and then the spam can start again.
No
okay.
way.
She's making barracks. Dude,
Oh
no.
god, it could be horrible for Germany.
Oregon gun, hero
Oh,
Oregon gun. Okay,
okay.
she's dead. She's dead. She's
Woo.
dead. She's dead.
Dang, dude. Well, I think a lot of people are going to say, well, what does Miguel do now? I think he tries to go for another landing. That you just have to continue that cycle. We have Goku now dropping stables. So he's going to be raiding with Hussars. And it's just very difficult for Germany to lock down the trade. They do have the Civ matchup. You know, have Red beating the Therissidae on the side, showing how weak these things are against the Fires.
Goku, we need that transport ship to come back grab the Miguel villagers while you can, and then set them up near those
Agreed.
markets.
Agreed. Yep.
Like, we need to get Miguel over here
Miguel's-
with villagers.
Miguel, this is just not the play. He's going to try and come back on water, Dave. But I don't think they realize just how much Navy Germany actually has, because
Yeah, 'cause
all
it's
of
all
Running's
been at
Navy
the
was in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just
Also-
not going to be good on water.
Like a really good stack of cannon galleons, elite cannon galleons here from Target. So when he pushes out with these longboats, if he brings his cannon galleons, he can clear this entire shore.
Yep. I like the Hussar raids, though. I mean, that's a good idea. I agree with you, though. Getting barracks down would be nice.
Also, we still only see that one paladin. I'm pretty sure that's the same guy that was hanging out before from Dogao, right? Like, he gets the paladin research, and then we had, what, 5?
Dude, this, I gotta say, Brazil have given themselves a really good shot here in this game, considering the Civ matchup and everything. Running taking an ill-advised fight on the front. Dogao will love that. Dogao has more trade cards than any other player. You don't get the Spanish trade bonus, though, if you're Brazil. If Fire's still holding, and Germany they're experienced enough to know on this map, it oftentimes becomes a wood game. And if it becomes a wood game, you need to make sure that you have more trade. I also think the Portuguese player should be making at least one Feitoria, just to make sure you've got like a trickle of everything. And we do actually, as I say, to have one going up for Anatov. Maybe even a second one, Dave. I don't know what you think. Because like Anatov isn't doing anything beyond clearing up the stables right now.
Dude, you need 5. You need 5 Feitorias.
Yeah.
And then the Portuguese player can go into Bombard Towers and maybe some caravels.
Okay. Yep.
But like, the Portuguese player should not be the guy with units on land.
Maybe
That's
what do you do
not the
though?
role.
You've got 50 organ guns because of the threat of
Delete 'em.
landing.
Try and send them over.
No, you
like,
got to try and
try and send 'em
transport them, right? You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
delete
you
them.
can try. Yeah. Also, I don't know what are these markets here from Philip in the middle. I don't know why he's trading here.
Well,
he was trying
actually,
to avoid the Goths earlier, and apparently that's a new landing from Miguel. Okay.
yeah, new landing from Miguel. Also, Degal's here. Well, the reason, Dave, is because if you have markets creating trade closer to the market you're going to,
Oh, he's doing. Okay.
it's a
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
while people called it the trade exploit, but it's been in the game for a
Yeah.
couple years. So he wants his carts to get to the other markets
see.
faster. So it's actually beneficial to do that. But yeah, landing number 5 for Brazil is just going to get dealt with these organ guns. And
They
Germany's
should
got
have
the lead.
imagine if he had made this landing when they had the Navy here.
Yeah, I know.
They had a
right
timing
away.
window, right, to then just contest again. But Running is pushing back again on the other side, and suddenly we're looking at a situation where Brazil has no land presence, and they're against Portuguese and Spanish.
Yep. I think Brazil tried. They almost made it happen with that raid from Miguel. But ultimately, Germany played really solid this game. Every player played very solid, right? Even the players who had struggled recovered really quickly, unlike some on Brazil. And the civilizations selected here for Germany was with islands in mind. And I think for Brazil, they used weaker civilizations because they want their draft to play more towards some of the other maps that'll happen in this series.
This push from Target is going to be like the death, essentially. If they don't kill these cannon galleons, like he's already killed markets. You can see Fire's trade was stalled out there. He's got a trade convoy coming back across the other way. Castle's going to go down, which means the docks will then go down, which means more of those markets will go down.
Target did just click new longboats directly
right
through
through the
Miguel's
Navy.
ships.
Yeah.
So apparently he wasn't expecting Miguel to have Navy here. He just now notices. So that was a little sloppy there, but still you've got a massive engagement in the middle where Running is matching Dogao. And just look at the bombard towers and the keeps and everything on the shoreline, man. You are not going to be able to break Germany here. Germany's played so solid.
Do we have more Feitorias? No, we still only have one.
I think when you get to a point where you realize the wood is officially gone, then you probably just add.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
5.
the trade is going to be better for now, probably.
Yep.
But as soon as the wood is super expensive.
I'm still wondering
wood
what
is
you do with
already
your pop.
expensive.
Because you have 50 organ guns. I guess the organ guns could help against ships, but ideally you actually free up pop space right now if you're Anatov.
Ooh, Target. Just left his cannon galleons open.
Oh, true. Nice hold from Goku
Gonna
there.
die.
Really
Yep.
nice hold. And Miguel still has Just some Navy. He's got 40 galleons, so he could contribute to maybe loop around and kill those longboats. That said, it is a lot of longboats.
If I know Fire right now, he's using these Therisidai and he's going, they're terrible.
Yeah.
They're awful. I hate them.
I don't think they're that good, personally.
They're very tanky. That's about it.
Yeah, because, like, I think if you could make them in Castle Age, you could at least get momentum heading towards Imp with them. But I don't think they're good enough to justify the cost. I mean, just look at what longboats have done in this game. For example, like, longboats have been insane. I don't know if the Therisidai is really that great a unit.
Go across. Go across, Anatov. We got a transport ship ready. It's only got 10 pop space in it.
Do it
Anatov's
anyways.
like, come on, man. I gotta use this.
Do it anyways. Yeah, we might see a signal there in a second. Oh, wait. Okay,
Double
running.
transport?
He sees it. Triple. He's adding another one.
No. He's getting dry dock so that he can load more in.
Yeah, let's go.
Dry dock takes way too long, dude, because whenever you need dry dock, you need dry
Yeah,
dock.
yeah. It has to
Like,
come
you
in,
just
and
wanna-
you have to wait so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
I think the good news for them, again, is that eventually, you know, the wood is all gone. I mean, look at the islands right now, particularly near, like, Miguel's base and Goku's base. There's a bunch of villagers around the same 10 to 15 trees.
Dry dock's in.
You got to have
Oh, boy.
Fatorias right now, and there's 3 of them for Anatov. Really like that. I think he deleted villagers. And I like how these guys are in voice chat, and Philip still says gold, please, in the game with the taunt. Good communication.
Yeah, I mean, the taunts in the game, though, almost are more effective than saying something in the voice chat.
Yeah,
'Cause
I can see
sometimes
that.
you get, like, confused on who's speaking and, you know.
And siege engineers now as well.
Uh-oh.
Are the organ
Here
guns
come the
going
organs.
across? Oh, there they are.
Yes.
Yep.
There they are. And Miguel is dead now. And there's going to be villagers from purple heading across. No, villagers from Anatov. All right, here we go.
Yeah, a lot of villagers there. Might be to build towers over there. I could see
He's
bombard
got two
towers or
more-
siege
he's
workshops.
got 2 more Fatorias, too, so he's got 3 total.
Miguel and Goku on the right side, still trying to make rounds here, but still unable to approach the longboats. There's been a consistent number of about 80 longboats ever since Imp came in for target, even when he got raided massively by the Huskarls.
Oh, Fire's poor villager over in Miguel's base. Just wanted to make a forward lumber camp, dude. Oh, more coming.
Yeah, I mean,
This
it's
is a
a,
massacre.
it's the first game of the series, right? And so they're going to play on a little bit, but no. Okay, the GG's called. Germany takes the first game, which with some really solid play, we have to say. But I will also say that I think that Brazil played really well considering the circumstances. If you consider these teams very close, the civilizations just were not close at all. But Germany won't complain with the W. Good start to the series for the Germans. I don't know, Dave. Like, was it weird to give up water so easily? To have Goths on the flank here? Like, what really went wrong for this strategy for Brazil?
Well, it's hard to really pick apart this strategy because I think they weren't really expecting to win this.
Yeah.
So when you're going into a situation like that, it's not a must-win game for Brazil. If we look at the map draft, even in a best of 5, it would be nice, but it's not. I think the things that I'm kind of questioning is why Dravidian synergy with Huns here on Team Islands.
That's
when
true.
You could have done it on migration, and then in-game stuff, right? Like, why on earth is Goku losing 4 villagers that he's trying to land with? You got to be super careful with those at all times, right? You know the cavalry's out there, you know the knights are out there. And then why on earth is Dogao getting the paladin tech, then making a transport, then coming across, then building his stables? Like, there's so many things you could do in that situation, right? You have a stable at home, queue up some paladin in there, load them in the transport ship to support your landing.
Yeah. I
Or,
think send the
you know, build
resources to
the
Miguel
stables faster.
earlier. Like, get Miguel into the game a little faster because the landing was successful for Miguel. It just needed to be a bit stronger than it was. But it was still, in my opinion, a really good game. It would have been a complete and utter stomp if Miguel wouldn't have gotten the vills there. I'm still not even sure how he got there. That might have been a villager left over that we just completely missed because it wasn't the back.
That was he must have like hugged the edge of the map to get there. That was crazy. That's what brought them back into the game. And if he kept that pressure going, would have been really great. I mean, credit to Anatov and running for actually dealing with that. And also Target is very fortunate Miguel didn't go back into the north side of his base earlier, because I think he could have lost 40 more vills.
Yeah, I think
If he did.
had Miguel not like run into the choke point with the castles, I think he could have taken out all the town centers and maybe even the markets. But the
Yeah.
markets being up helped him because actually the trade kept flowing and led to a lot of kills there. But yeah, as you said, Dave, for Brazil, not a game they were really planning on winning. And I just want to make sure that's the case because I want to look at the draft and see how low some of these picks were.
I mean, Goths, Bulgarians, they were both at the bottom
Yeah.
of this. Huns were mid, and then
Dravidians were first.
Yeah, and they're always. I think that strikes me as more of a we're gonna pick it to ban it kind of civ.
Get it away
And
from
they
Germany. Yeah.
They might have assumed that Germany was gonna snipe it, so that might
I
have been
see.
like a double
Yeah.
whammy. So maybe Germany big brained it and said, "We know you don't really want the Dravidians or aren't going to utilize them fully. We're going to ban Lithuanians."
Yeah, they're like,
Very
you think you
strange.
know how to play that civ? Sure, try it. But it might
Yeah.
look bad if there's any question marks over the strategy for Brazil on migration. It will look really bad that they use Dravidians here in game 1, I think. Anyways, game 2, here we are. And this is another water map. And again, we had just said with Dravidians being in the losing side for Brazil in game 1, will they regret not having Dravidians here? Because Dravidians can be super helpful with the team bonus, where you give extra population space to your teammates with a dock. Brazil, we've got Miguel flank. Excuse me, I'm wrong. Brazil, we've got Dogal flank. Italians. In the gray, we've got Miguel behind him playing as the Byzantines. Then we have Goku playing Hindustanis, and then Fire playing Japanese. Up against Fire, we have Philip, who's playing as the Persians. We might actually see, and we are going to see a super fast up build from him. That you could already tell by the way he's started. Pocket then Anatov Malay. Other pocket running Burgundians. And then flank is Celts for target. But Dave, what do you think about this build? I know you've probably seen it even more than me. The fast dock with Persians, delay your lumber camp, don't add fishing ships, but just kill fish as fast as possible build.
I don't think it's worth I don't mind it on one side. If you do it on both sides, you're kind of throwing a little bit.
Okay.
At least that's what the conclusion that like Team Canada has come to, because it's been discussed a bunch from us because we played Migration. Well, I'm saying we, but you know,
Yeah.
the team has played Migration a bunch of times, and losing like the game against Hera, for example, where he was playing Berbers and he lost 8 fish. He was talking about the game afterwards, and he's like, yeah, I don't really think like it paid off for them at all. I lost 8 fish, but they completely sacrificed the water. It's better to win water in mid to late feudal and early castle age than it is to lose those fish or kill a bunch of fish early.
Yeah.
So we'll see though.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I
If,
mean, I think the idea is to kill not Fire's fish in this case, especially because he's Japanese, but it's to get past him and get to Goku, much like you said, where Hera lost his fishing ships. But you do sacrifice long-term water control, as you said, which then means, you know, if you don't have a good long-term ability on water if you're Philip, then Anatov could be in harm's way. So I actually think that this stack, though, is something that shows that Germany's thought about this, Dave, because they probably know Anatov's going to need water, and he's actually got a pretty formidable water civilization.
he's doing the 14 villager uptime. Here it comes. Here it comes. Let's see how much idle TC time he has. You can, like, I've seen people go up with this with like 5 seconds only of idle TC time, but I think Philip's really going to stall here. He didn't maybe get the
Jeez,
deer
dude.
pushed in time. And yeah,
It's
you can
rough.
see he's struggling. He's struggling. If it's any less than like 20, he's fine, but it's going to be 30. He's going to be behind
This is
by a
rough.
villager.
I think you just add one more Vil there, honestly. You
But
stop
it-
trying to go 15 pop. I think if you add one more
If-
Vil, you can still afford it.
I don't know. I think if you add one more vill, you have to have then 2 villagers out on the shorefish, maybe bringing it in. It's so rough, right? You're always going to have some idle TC time.
Okay, so again, the middle player, the pocket players for both sides are just going to expect that they can go for a free fish boom because their flanks are going to be going for water control. Really important for Fire now that he gets up quickly and has a really good build order to be able to dominate the water. I think in Team Canada's case, Canada did a really good job making sure that the Navy from China didn't kill everyone's fish back there. Like I know Chris was Japanese, but he didn't lose many fishing ships in the game we're referencing. we'll
Nilly
see.
made a good point in my chat, by the way, Tristan. Apparently, we weren't paying attention. He's like, if you add one more village, then you have to add a house.
Oh, I didn't look at the
So,
population. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's such a tight build order, right? He's got 2 houses here, and the fact that he won't make a mining camp and will be just sending these villagers out to this gold, that second house he made might actually kind of lame him a little bit if they bump around, which could be annoying. But yeah, that's another reason why you can't allow Civ synergy like Dravidians with Persians on migration, right?
Yep.
Be super, super busted.
right.
If you were in Philip's position here with a Dravidian teammate.
Fast up for target, but this is just like a standard build. He is Celts, a civilization that I think does get Galleon, but are pretty trash on water at that stage of the game as they lack Bracer.
Really good early, though.
Yeah, the wood bonus
Like-
can be nice.
Yeah.
Unless you don't end up getting villagers in the middle, then you quickly realize how good the wood bonus is and how little you have left.
It's a ghost town.
Dogal also going second dock, and Dogal's... Oh, he's flank, excuse me. He's just used to him being pocket. There's a lot of colors on the map right now, but
Dude, this
we're expecting galleys.
this distance between Philip and the pocket is so brutal.
That's true.
Right? Like he's gonna get around here. Fire knows who he's against, and he knows to backdock here because Persians are likely always gonna go for this strategy.
Yep.
By the time the galleys get here, Fire is probably gonna be producing his own, and then Philip has to find the docks from Goku, and Goku has a dock in the south and a dock in the north. So odds are he's gonna, he's gonna save some of his fish.
Yeah, you're just hoping that you can kill. I wonder if you spread out the galleys here. If you're expecting 2 docks and you're thinking players are going to get sneaky with it, I wonder if you send 1 galley each direction. Probably not.
No,
But
it
he's
takes
not
6
going to
shots
find
then
the original
to kill
dock where there's
fish.
5 fishing ships right now.
Mhm.
Could also get to Miguel, though. Like, that's why this strategy can be really strong. He could kill these 2 fishing ships and go directly to Miguel, where Miguel's got 10 with 2 more on the way. I really think this strategy can work well here. Let's see if he doubles back to find more fish from Goku, or if he just keeps moving here.
Well, Goku's gonna distract him a lot, and Miguel is gonna know that the fish are over there, or the galleys are over there now, so he's gonna pull back. He has enough time to maybe get to feudal age, sacrifice a few fish, and then get a fire galley out, or wait for help from Dogao.
Yep.
As Dogao is already sending the galleys over. So I think Philip is probably only gonna kill 2 fish there. He does have another couple galleys coming though,
This
he's
is
definitely sacrificing water.
yeah. And like Fire is chasing with galleys. The last thing you want to do, right? He's chasing, he kind of has to. Fishing ship down there. And then Miguel losing 3 fishing ships. But like you said, really good job from Miguel to make sure he doesn't lose the bulk of them. And he's bought himself some time here. Dogal's even sending galleys back, though. So a lot of defense for the flanks for Brazil. They're not pushing forward at all, which now gives an opportunity to target against Dogal, but it's still 3 versus 3 there.
5 fish in total. That's all that's gone down. 5 fish. And we saw the idle TC time from Philip there earlier. Still doesn't even have any fishing ships of his own. Significantly behind Fire in terms of economy. And he's not going to be able to produce at the same rate as Fire because Fire has 3 docks.
Yep, it's true.
And Philip is still only on 2. So is 5 fish worth this?
I think I think
I don't think it is.
it
I really
is
don't think it is.
if Anatov comes water now. We'll see. Because Fire, in theory, Fire should be dominating on water. He still hasn't got any galleys over towards Anatov.
Yeah.
He's just
think
like
the only-
chasing the entire time.
Maybe the only good thing here is if Target manages to win the water against Dogao, but Dogao brings those other 2 galleys back, and now suddenly Dogao,
Yeah.
fantastic engagement here against Target, and Target's being pushed back. Fire is going to kill these galleys here from Philip, and Philip finds another fishing ship from Goku.
Another fishing ship down there. Philip's going to get more from Miguel. It's continuing to add up here. It's important to note that there's purple on the middle island. So that's 2 more fishing ship snipes from Philip. And
9 total.
Running's adding scouts in the middle. He's on the way to Castellate. Like Germany is just like flowing so nicely. How can you comfortably add a transport if you're Miguel right now? If you've got galleys everywhere, you just can't do it. And Fire continues to have to chase Philip. This is so good.
Philip has done a really good job with this.
Yeah, agreed.
Really, really good job. And now he's got 4 more galleys in the back here. He just keeps sneaking past Fire as Fire is trying to snipe fish now from Anatov. Anatov is already in feudal age and he's on the way up to castle. He's got a fire there. And the scouts, well, the scouts from running are here, and he's going to see that landing from Goku. Does
Did
Goku
he
have
notice
Loom
it?
yet? He does not.
Oh,
Goku does
God.
not have Loom. Please, Goku, just pre-wall your villagers.
That's true. He didn't do that in the previous game. Like, here
Pre-wall
you
your
know they...
vills, Goku.
Dude, Goku, do not lose these villagers, man. I know you're distracted. I know you're still losing fishing ships because of this amazing play from Philip on the other side. You cannot lose your village here. Come on, man. Oh, my God. He's going to lose one. There should be another scout coming. It is on the way. Goku still doesn't have a spearman yet. He's going to add a stable of his own.
Fire is now losing his navy. This is very uncharacteristic for Fire. He's losing the navy forward because he's distracted with the stuff at the back.
Yep.
Philip has done just a fantastic job as Dogao now pushes forward with the galleys. And the thing that differentiates this approach from the ones that I've seen previously is that, like, the pockets from Brazil just have landed so late. They've landed so late.
I really have to compare it because, like, it feels like it makes sense that they've landed late because of this. Because remember,
but you
Chris
can
had to
go-
make fires too, right? Just like Miguel did.
Yeah.
But the damage done has been insane here.
Like, even with the galleys hanging around like that, you can still go for a transport ship because 2 galleys can't kill your transport ship fast enough before
maybe.
you get over.
And Lycav in for running as he's now going to be booming on land. Great job from Anatop, by the way. He's contributing on water with his team, so Fire could start to lose ground. Goku could continue to lose his fish, and we know he's going to have things to worry about on land. And Anatop's had 13 fishing ships behind this. I think he had 15 at one point and lost them. He too is making a town center. But Brazil, maybe if they're going to have a chance to snowball something, they're going to have to do it on Target's side, as we have Miguel and Dogao, the 2 best Brazilian players, working together on him. And they're getting dangerously close to Running's fish. Running has no navy, Dave. If they find those fishing ships, this will be huge for them.
There goes the transport ship from running as well. He's going to have to make another one, and they're bypassing it completely. They are bypassing these fish completely.
Oh, man. Meanwhile, though, you've got, still,
Jesus,
like,
Philip,
Philip is
dude.
still killing fishing ships, dude.
20 fishing ships now. He's
Wow.
killed. He's done
Ridiculous.
such a good job, and Fire hasn't been able to shut him down. Usually when you see this strat from a flank player, the opposing flank, especially if it's like Japanese with a better eco,
Yep.
will win the water soon afterwards, right? But Philip has been multitasking like a madman.
Seriously.
Absolute demon over here.
And this is the idea, right? Just like sacrifice yourself, your long term a bit, so you can damage everybody. Give Anatov a position to carry, and Anatov helping out now against the Navy from the Brazilians that looped on by Running's fish before. Running needs to make sure that he doesn't let the opponents know there's fishing ships here, because they will hunt for it. And great job from Miguel to recover as well in this game. Miguel, he's getting careening now. He's got 16 fires. Not what he would have wanted. I think he would have wanted land. But that's a lot of stuff on water right now for the Brazilians.
Philip did such a wonderful job. And he got his eco sorted behind it. He's already on the middle, and he's on the way up to Castle Age
Yep.
somehow, Tristan.
Yeah.
Like, usually when people go for this strat,
They're just dead.
completely nuked.
Yep, they're just completely
They
dead.
killed them. They basically nuked themselves by damaging their eco so much early. But Philip, excellent macro, excellent micro. As the demos now come out from Target, Dogao will casually move around those, but he needs to retreat.
Again, I've been in this position before where for Team USA, both times we had Byzantine Pocket. I went that role and went crazy water. I'm top scorer. I'm like, oh my God, I'm beasting it right now. And then eventually, the team just doesn't have enough land control, and the water control doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And if you look at the eco count right now and the army count and how this game's flowing, I feel like that's the position Brazil is in. They're going to have good water control. I'm not sure how much that's going to matter when you've got 3 TCs in the middle for running. He could completely dominate on his own in the middle with the Burgundians.
Also, like, Fire just now getting to the center, right, with
Yep.
villagers. And we look over at Philip, as Philip is now kind of losing his water.
Yep.
But we look at Philip, he's already placing 2 town centers in the middle here. Like, the opposing flank is already over here with 2 town centers placed from Target.
Yep.
Assuming those aren't denied from Goku. We've got 3 town centers from the pocket, 2 town centers from Anatov. It's just the amount they have on land already is crazy.
The thing that is tricky, though, is that if there's high galleon numbers, and that's what the flanks have for Brazil, they can find damage on wood lines and resources on the starting island. So it's important for Germany that they just pay attention to that. I remember when we played Germany, they just made like guard towers on the shoreline, and then I just had to move on by with all my ships.
Mm-hmm.
So
Also, one thing about that fast imp approach you were talking about with the fast fires, like it's strong, but it feels like you're always missing something.
Yep.
Right? Like you don't, even if you have 20 fast fires and you're going for that strat and you feel like you're a god tier, there's like 20 fishing ships from the other team that you just haven't found yet. Or
Yep.
something like that.
Or
right?
by the
Like,
time you
have to
find
be
them, they
everywhere
already
and
have
at once.
a 15 villager lead on you, and
Yeah.
yeah. I think Miguel might consider a fast imp here. I mean, his resources are floating. He is dropping the second town center eventually. I don't know if it got denied. It actually looks like he might have lost the vills there because
Yeah.
there's a TC on 19% for him.
I don't
know what happened to them though, because I
yeah,
don't see
there's
army.
like a little body there maybe. Did he lose one to like a wolf or something? There's like a animal carcass
That
there.
actually, dude, I think that's a wolf carcass. Yeah, because
Hang
the
on a
wolf
second.
carcasses kick around longer or stick
I'll-
around
I'll
longer.
Catch up. I'll catch up to you.
All
I'll
right,
catch
you
up
you
to
let me know.
I-
That must have been a woo 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 though.
Oh no, he didn't. He killed the wolf. And then what happened? And then a light cab came up immediately afterwards
Rip.
from running.
Castle, by the way, forerunning,
Killed him.
protecting this area of eco for Germany, which is so important to their success here. You do have Imp coming in for Miguel at 56 villagers. He's still got 22 fires around, but what do fires accomplish except kill ships at this point? You're not going to range economy. So while there's a lot of success for Miguel in taking out docks, it still does make me think, will Brazil have enough in the middle?
the
Fires
thing-
on 3 TCs in the middle, though. That's pretty good.
Like the thing is for me, Germany just lost all their fish, right?
Yeah.
And we look at the eco numbers, they're still ahead.
Yep.
And we know that villagers are like far superior to fish in the long term of a game. So this
Unless there's
bodes
fish traps,
really,
but yeah.
really well
Yeah.
for Germany. No, but they have utility, right? Like they can shift from resource to resource as you need them. Fish traps are always just going to be food.
Yep. I agree
So-
with you. At Philip, I wonder if there's a point where he and others for Germany just delete their TC. They just don't, the starting TC, that is, so they don't have too many vills on those islands. But, running's going to lose the TC, it looks like, to the Navy from Dogal. Dogal has 2 town centers towards
Really
the middle.
good. And Brazil has done a better job than any team I've seen so far at gaining water control and then cutting everything off.
Making
Like
it matter.
usually it makes me really frustrated when they have full water control and then I see someone just taking a wood line right next to a shore. But Brazil has done a fantastic job surrounding Anatov's Island, Running's Island. We have Target's Island surrounded, and of course Phillips. And now they're killing TCs in that center area. But it's all about the middle control, and we'll see if Running can get something moving here.
Yeah, running
these
will be
Cassilia.
an imp. Anatov is in imp. He doesn't have any docks as the Malay, though. So that's concerning. I like this castle from Goku. I just don't know if it's going to complete. There's some monks for conversions. There's also soon to be Arbalest.
Oh, and a castle coming forward here from Anatov. Goku needs to get this up, Tristan. Goku really needs to get this castle up, but I don't think he's going to.
No, I think he will quick wall it, but then there's going to be crossbowmen there. And this castle will be denied, and if he doesn't have the castle up, it will be a castle for Anatov, and then trebuchets from it. Oh, it's so close, though.
Oh, he's still got the villagers there. The camels kind of bought himself some time, and there's a double castle running in Anatov. If this
Germany!
castle goes up, it's kind of a throw from Germany.
Germany, what are you
Can't
doing?
deny.
You got to get out of
Oh
here,
my
boys.
God.
Oh my god. I also thought it was going to be denied, and this is giving Brazil time, and it's giving Miguel time to try and get into Arbalest himself. He is currently on Archer, so it's going to take him
Big.
some time. But
Huge archers.
but he'll get there, Dave. He'll get there.
And they'll see the castle going up on that hill from Anatov, so he can prepare for it. And that was a massive castle completion there from Goku. Maybe a little bit of a throw from Germany to not focus down those villas earlier. Also could have chopped that straggler tree and gone in and maybe harassed, but
Also, I like how Miguel noticed that castle was coming up and immediately queued up a trap. Like, that's huge because he could eventually take that castle down, and castles might be the biggest talking point. Running, however, will have trebs on Goku's castle, and I don't expect Goku's castle to stay up for very long. Fire is on the way to Imp. We'll see what he contributes on land for the Brazilians. And we also will have Imp in a bit for Dogao, who has clicked. So Genoese crossbowmen, arbalest, camels. There's a lot of things you could do, but there's a lot more land military right now for Germany. Excuse me.
Yep. Fire's going for a castle over by Philip too, and I look at Philip's side here as he's on the way to Imperial Age and opening Halberdier. I'm thinking that might be a little bit exposed. Like that's the one area of Germany's land base where Brazil could potentially do a lot of damage if they can hold in the center here. The camels are still looking for these odd villagers and army back in Goku's base as he is about to hit Imperial Age.
Yep.
But the Arbalest here from Anatov providing a little bit of pressure and, of course, running, just building up everything behind this. Elite Cassilia on the way, but he only has 5.
Dude, Dave, look at the fishing ships for Miguel that were on fish traps. Target is such a pest, dude. These flanks for Germany are so
17
good. How
kills.
did they get there? It's crazy value. So annoying.
Yeah. Annoying. Annoying is the key word there.
I think you've got to group up all your army together right now if you're Germany. You've got a big snowball against the castle from Fire, but I think for running to have any success with the push, I think he's going to need Arbalest next to him.
Oh, no. Philip doesn't have fletching, so he can't deny the castle from Fire.
Oh, shoot.
Or no, he does have fletching. Wait. No, he does. Wait! Philip
Should he
didn't
have
even
range
have
there?
fletching for those galleys earlier. He didn't even have fletching for those.
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess it's a fair point. He will make a Treb there. Fire's under a lot of pressure right now, but Fire's also making a Treb from the castle that's next to that. And still wondering if Miguel's going to be able to push back Anatov. And Miguel, he doesn't even have Arbalest yet. You just can't afford it. He's got 7 on food, Dave. He sacrificed everything to get to the Imperial Age.
He is doing a good job, though, repairing the castle and repairing the Trebs. But there's a bombard cannon there now from Anatov, and that's going to make things difficult. He'll need to pack up his Trebs and leave. The camels are waiting. They can't really engage with the Halberdiers and the Arbalists and the Castilia there. But on the other side, well, I was going to say Fire is pushing, but look at this, running. 5 Trebs pushing back the castle from Fire.
Oh, true. And Fire's going to lose both those castles then. And Miguel's about to lose his castle. So all the castles for Brazil are going down. We have 3 Germans together. We've got the Arbalest, the Kustier, we've got the Halbs. Perfect combination combined with the Siege. And still wondering, will Miguel be able to afford Arbalest? Maybe he thinks he's clicked at this point. And can they stop Germany from pushing the middle island?
Also, I think, I honestly think Samurai would have been a good play here. Maybe I'm a little bit biased from watching Chris go for it.
Well, not if
But I
you don't
think
have
if you're
control,
not-
right?
Yeah. Well, if those castles are a little bit further back, it could have been an option.
It is a question of what unit do you make right now. Right, the Genoese crossbowmen, they're not finding the fights they want. The camels aren't finding the fights they want. But
And this is
having been
before
there,
Imp Camel comes in.
you just
takes
got to
this fight.
take the fight. Well, actually, maybe you don't take that fight because Imp Camel is so close and elite Genoese crossbowmen. But they certainly know that if they lose this hill, they will lose the entirety of Miguel and Dogao's base to trebuchets. And they actually hold it, Dave. Don't ask me how. They somehow won that engagement.
Oh boy. They're still ranging the villagers on the home islands, which is good. They're getting occasional picks here or there, but
Yep,
right
yep,
now
true.
the focus is completely on the center as Elite Genoese Expo comes in, but the siege rams are here now from
Ooh.
Target, and these are Celtic siege rams.
Oh, but big
They're gonna
shots
take
from
a
the
ton of
bombard cannons
damage.
there. I like what Anatov's doing with moving forward here, but he's got to pay more attention to his
just
army.
grew.
He just lost
Yeah.
a lot of army there, which means the siege rams don't have the support. Very well played from Brazil to hold on here. They continue to impress me, Dave. I haven't seen enough migration games, maybe, but these guys, I just feel like they're dead. They still know Arbalest for Miguel. Have somebody send you food at this point to get Arbalest, bro.
It's rough that one of the players is going Genoese Expo, another player is going Arbalest, and the other one is going crossbow with the intention of going Arbalest.
Yeah, they've got 3 players on range. It actually means skirmishers for anybody would actually make a lot of sense here. But I don't think you need to go skirmishers when you have this much gold control.
That ram going after the bombard cannons! It's almost there! Oh my god!
I don't see it.
Oh my, Target had a ram in the center of Miguel's base, and it was chasing 4 stacked bombard cannons from Dogao, and it almost got him.
Philip
almost killed him.
Philip lost his trebs on the right-hand side, Dave, but at this point, Fire is cramped. He's surrounded by the potential of like Halb and Treb that could come in from so many different angles. Running, by the way, has 6 castles, 7 castles making his unique unit right now, which is insane. But they need to just find the spot for their trebuchets. I think they're doing a good job right now to just try and hold this area. They're not really pushing anymore against Dogal and Miguel.
Rams.
They need to kill Fire. Like, Fire is so exposed. They could kill him so easily right now.
Yeah, Fire is holding on, though, and Fire's already got 3 trebs, and he's going to push back this castle. He's got Arbalists already, unlike Miguel, who still has 30 crossbows.
So bad.
And now they have to kind of be concerned about Fire. It's not killing Fire. It's now making sure you don't lose suddenly like 4 castles on the other side without noticing, and Fire's pushing through the middle.
Oh, man. Fire is going to push through the middle, but while Germany has their full focus on this hill, they're going to defend it. They take out all the siege, and the Genoese crossbowmen are going to melt as well because Anatov is back with more Arbalests, and this is the most crucial area for Brazil. We thought they had reclaimed it, but they're losing it all now, and Germany has surpassed the military count for Brazil, but remember, Brazil has navy left. So the actual applicable army in the middle is very low right now for the Brazilians, and I don't know where they're going to get gold in the long term here.
They're going to have to steal it off their opponent's islands.
Yeah, starting island. Yeah, makes sense.
That's the only place.
A great job from Dogal. He's got the 32 Genoese. But Arbalest pretty good against the Genoese. And Anatov's been waiting for this castle for a long time. Finally going to place it on that hill. As you said,
Goku
Dave, maybe it's
places
Fire
another
and
castle,
Goku in the middle. Maybe that's
Yeah.
Brazil's way back if they could push through.
Yeah, Fire needs an outrageous treb stack, and Germany needs to like not pay attention to this area for a couple minutes. But I mean, even on the other side now, the Rams are so tough to kill from target. It buys him so much time to push up behind that. And now he's got bomber cannons of his own. I think Dogao has done a fantastic job so far with his bomber cannon micro this game. He's been getting really good snipes, but can only last for so long, especially against Celt Rams.
And you can tell now Running
Genoese
is concerned. As the Genoese crossbowmen are stacked on the other side, you've got the Arbalest from Fire and the Trebs, and they're all exposed. So Running realized that Fire was pushing back. The Arbalest simply can't do it against this unit unless he finds that stack. That is the perfect stack for those Arbs. 27 Arbs on one tile. But he can't push anymore. He lost his Trebs there.
Bombard tower coming in from Anatov now. Don't see the Malay bombard towers very often.
I remember with Koreans, we saw keeps and bombard towers before from Germany. And Anatov and Running have played so good from pocket. Target and Philip have complemented them well. And remember, Target and Philip, it made Miguel and Goku's job so much more difficult in the early goings. So later on in the game, Anatov and Running could carry them like this. I don't see how Brazil stops this. I just think there's just too much going on here. They're going to slowly lose all their buildings. I mean, Miguel's getting elite skirm right now, but that's not going to do it with the armies that are out here.
Oh, eco, dude. He's got 74 vills.
Yep.
Like, he's adding more fish to get the fish traps up, but now Goku's eco is entirely idled. Fire is still kind of the one pushing here, but Siege Ram's coming over, and that's going to stall him out for a little bit longer. And they just need to stall Fire until they completely wipe all of this stuff on the left side. Plus, there's only 1 tile of gold there.
I think Brazil know they're dead, but they still have the score lead, so they think, maybe there's a chance. Like, the score, obviously, due to the Navy, maybe
and
due
they're
to some of the
pushing
kills the
somewhere,
Navy's
right?
got. Yeah. I guess they are trebbing down Running in the middle, so they are making some progress there. I'd like to see Philip maybe go with some Rams on the right side of Fire's
Oh,
base.
look at Goku's base. Oh,
Yeah, it's getting destroyed right now.
Yeah.
And look at what's left of Miguel's base, if you could even call it a base anymore. And then you have Dogao as well, slowly losing all of his castles. Genoese crossbowman's high, but it's not as high as the Arbalest count from Anatov. Germany's looked insane today, Dave, particularly on the water maps.
Running has had such good raids here. 77 villager kills. Really, really good stuff from him. As we can see, nobody really sending resources. I mean, Anatov's received a bit
Yep.
from our Persians player, but just kind of doing their thing. And now Anatov I mean, look at that stack. 9 bombard cannons, got the Trebs behind as the bombard cannons behind, or bombard towers behind that. Now Target is coming in with Kelt Rams.
So many Rams, dude. And he's got the
Jeez.
upgrades too, right? So
And he's
he has more
chasing the
HP.
bombard cannons. Go, Ram!
I didn't realize he got Fear Celtica, but makes sense. I almost forgot he was Celts, to be honest with you. Fire does have a massive army count right now. He's got 85. Some of that's on water, but most of it's on land right now. And he is making progress.
Here come the Rams from Target. I wouldn't even mind. There's 23 Rams, dude. Like, just send them towards Fire's push. There is Elite Samurai, though, so those should be able to clear up the Rams.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing SO from the Celts.
Yeah, if they had the resources, and I think they would have had the resources, but the GG's called, Dave. And, you know, we had a lot of conversation on it. Fire's like, I've got a lot of population, so I'm not going to call the GG yet, for whatever reason. But we knew the flank, particularly Philip, would try and disrupt the pockets. And while, you know, your Team Canada has shown some examples of how to defend against that strategy possibly, I think the strategy worked really well. Like right when I thought maybe the pressure was finished for Philip, he's through again. And then, you know, Miguel makes Navy to defend himself. Philip's back again. Goku got hit, Miguel got hit, and they just couldn't focus on the transporting. And meanwhile, Running and Anatov did an excellent job. Anatov supporting on water, but then Running just focused primarily on land. And
I think they, like,
geez, they're strong here.
the key there for Philip, which a lot of players haven't done with that same strategy, is he just kept sending the galleys
Just
to the
YOLO
back.
them. Yeah.
Like he never built up to try and defend his side, and Fire had to keep sending the galleys back to defend his pockets, and he didn't get out towards Philip's pocket fish for a very long period of time. So good stuff from Philip, and good macro behind to actually get up to Castle Age and get villagers to the center at a reasonable time as well. And then after that, I mean, Brazil took full water control, but it didn't really matter. It kind of struck me as a game, like strategy-wise for Brazil, that maybe they've only played migration against teams that
Weaker
they
teams.
weren't favored against, or were favored
We're
against.
favored
rather.
against, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I agree, because when I saw Byzantine Pocket, I'd experienced that before. I've seen other people try it. It's not good to go fast imp because, yeah, it's cheap to get imp, but then you don't have the eco, right? You're like 40 villagers behind at that stage because you haven't expanded. So, but I mean, so far, I haven't loved where the civilizations have fit for Brazil in general, right? But in game number 1, we said, well, they kind of expect to lose islands. Maybe that's fair. Now you've lost 2 games. So you have to win 3 or you're out of the tournament at this point, as this is the losers bracket. So Brazil only going to get better from here, but it needs to be really sharp, obviously, in order to win this one now. Let's see how Goku and Fire combine, because they do play 2v2 tournaments together. So you'd think their synergy should be pretty good here, but as we said before the series, we know Miguel and Dogao's level. Fire and Goku have to rise their level a little bit to match them.
I was really impressed. The last time I saw Arabia with this Germany team, I was really, really impressed by the Phillips play with the Mayans. It was very
He's good, dude. He's super good.
The teamwork between him and Anatov was amazing.
Okay.
Now, the teamwork from the Chileans was not so good, so I don't know how much, like, that's more great German teamwork or just bad communication from the Chileans there, but
Yeah.
I'll be looking on this side, the matchup between Philip and Dogao, because this is exactly the same Civ matchup as it was against Chile. Mayans against Ethiopians. He managed to win that 1v1, and for some reason, Philip is sending goats forward.
Yeah, I saw that.
Scout.
I saw that. Both teams are probably going to try and start and steal resources here. You talked to me about how there was an example of how strong Laming was in another Arabia game. But the Germans here in game number 3, they have Vietnamese. So they know exactly where the town centers are. Nili moved forward against Fire, and it was actually very good for Fire that he took a bit of HP off of Nili's scout there, because Nili probably won't choose to steal a boar now. But Fire and Nili on the opposing flanks in the south, like you said, Philip and Dogao in the north, and you do actually have Philip stealing a boar right now from Dogao. So already the
And he's gonna
Vietnamese
find the
bonus
two goats.
and the Eagles paying off big time here. Oh my God.
That's huge. That's absolutely massive from Philip, and he can even stall out this this boar here with the goat a little bit, and he's going to bring it back towards his town center. Anatov is there to support as well. we had Running coming forward with his scout early. He did see the boar
Mm-hmm.
from Nilly. Oh, they're on the same team.
I was gonna say, what are you, what are you talking about?
But like, why is Running scouting over there? I guess because Nilly came forward. Oh man, it was so weird the path that Running was taking. I just assumed that they were enemies.
No,
so
it's
I was
okay.
Like, Running, why didn't you take that board?
Because I also picked up on the fact that Anatov brought his scout forward to support Philip.
Mhm.
So they
So
must
if
have
they go
sensed
forward with
that
the
if there was a
scouts-
lame,
Yeah.
that they needed some support there. But I mean, Dogal's still probably gonna get some of these goats anyways. But he doesn't have 2 goats at home, Dave. And he doesn't have 4 goats at home. And then his scout is forward, so he can't push in deer right now. So Miguel might actually need to push in some deer for him. Miguel actually seems to be searching for those goats for his teammates. So the laming has definitely paid off a little bit here for the Germans. Hoping to disrupt the smooth starts for the flanks, as obviously the pockets here pretty far away from the action. We'll have Franks and Magyars. An amazing stack for Brazil up against Khmer and Slavs for Germany.
This map for Fire is so beautiful for the early stages of the game anyway.
Yep, agreed.
God, and he's playing as Chinese too, and you're always just going to be a little bit slower than Vietnamese on the flank. You want to defend with the Chinese, and other than the berries being forward, I mean,
It's fine. Yeah.
it's amazing, right? Easy to wall off, and he's got Goku behind playing as the Magyars, so he should be able to defend on this side.
Yeah, Goku's really good with scout play, as is Miguel. This is exactly where they would want to be. They haven't been able to have the type of games that they prefer because of the maps in Game 1 and Game number 2. But remember, if Brazil loses this game, if they lose any of the next 3 games, they will be out of Nations Cup. This is round 3 of the losers bracket, I think.
Yep.
They are, like, whoever wins this ends up playing the loser of the Finland A, Argentina A winners bracket semifinal. So if you lose here, you make it moderately far, but I think both teams would be disappointed in losing at this stage of the tournament.
I did like how Germany, you mentioned it before, like they went forward to lame the flanks immediately, and the pockets, instead of pushing deer into their own TCs or whatever, did the full circle around their flank space to find the resources.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Brazil wasn't doing that as early, so they were maybe just adapting to that. But Germany, it was very clearly a plan going into this.
Yeah, I've never seen that where both flanks go forward. Normally, you have one guy show up around the time Miguel showed up to help Dogal, and he did give Dogal his goats. But we'll see how Dogal plays on this side. He's got Ethiopian, so he's got the faster firing archers. Mayans, though, have the cheaper archers and the laster longing resources and the cheaper walls, too. And I think if the walls come up properly, I think Philip's base will be really strong.
Laster longering resources.
Is that what I said?
I like that.
Laster
I'll take it.
Is that what I said?
You know what? It's new. It's a thing now. Laster longering.
I must have said
resources.
that. Did that actually come out of my mouth?
It did.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing no one clips anything on the internet, because, I mean, whew, we're safe. Neely's going up, and do we just, like, flip every phrase now? I'm so tempted.
Neely's up and go.
He's up and go. I'm going to confuse myself even more here, but his barracks is coming up, so I imagine we'll see range from him. Almost everyone has gone for the archer build where you skip the mill. And that could be a little complicated because sometimes if you lose access to your berries and you can't mill, you want to farm, but you don't have the mill yet. So, and very important that the players get their structure down for their builds. Otherwise, they could have a disastrous eco in mid-feudal.
It is interesting that, like, Dogao has gone for the mill there, because usually on the flanks here, we're just not seeing that mill in the 4v4.
Well,
We're just not seeing it at all.
I haven't watched as many of his games, but I teamed with Miguel and Dogal in the 3v3 tourney last year, and I was telling them, don't go for the mill now. And Dogal's like, that's for kids. He's like, that's for
now
children.
Dogao is housed, so
Yeah.
Is that for kids too? The eagle goes down from Philip, but Philip's going to get the double range up, and Philip is going to be perfectly fine. He also has a pretty good map.
Yeah, really
similar
nice
to what
range
Fire
position.
has. Yeah.
The only thing that's weird there is if you need to bring your army back to your base, you're going to have to delete the palisade, but he blocks off that whole area, is fully walled towards the house in the north, and you just got to play safe here, wait for some scout support. And on the other side, Neely's going double range. Everything's
This
looking
build
pretty
from-
good for him as well.
Dude, this build from Dogao is just like it's just slow
Agreed.
compared to what Philip had.
Also, like
You
getting
will
housed
have
again.
Ethiopian archers, but yeah.
You got housed again, and these houses normally are as a part of your wall, so it looks very sloppy for who I consider to be Brazil's best player. We'll see. Scouts moving forward here from Anatov. Dogao kills the Gaia camel in the middle. That was pretty rude. But we're waiting for that point where the archers and the scouts meet up. Is Brazil actually going to try and team wall this right now?
They're going to, and it's almost complete, man. It's almost done. Like there's one little segment there between Goku and Miguel. But I mean, if the army comes forward, this is an easily breakable.
Exactly.
team wall.
I hate it because you are going to fall into a false sense of security where you think that you're safe, and then archers and scouts are just going to break right through it. Players are way too far away to go for a team wall here, in my opinion. But Nilly's under pressure. No, he's not. I just kidding. Running's actually here in support of his teammate.
There's 2 scouts versus like 5 archers, 5 scouts.
Yeah. Nilly freaked out, though.
Sweating.
Nilly started a quick wall, so he freaked out.
He did.
Okay. I mean, where are the armies going right now? Anatov seems to be looking for Miguel. You can see his scouts are moving around. Oh, and he finds Miguel. Miguel is on him right now. Miguel should kill a villager easily here. He's done it a million times. And Anatov, not the type of start he would have wanted then, because his scouts aren't moving forward with his teammate. He's got to come all the way home.
Yeah, he's got 2 scouts there. He could probably send these forward, but I think Philip's gonna want to just play a little bit defensively here anyway.
Yeah, with the Mayans.
Maybe scared of those Ethiopian archers from Dogao, and he can probably add that, go up to Castle Age and add that 3rd range a little bit faster than Dogao can.
Good job from Miguel. Obviously, he's untouched. This also means the team walling is working. It is funny how Miguel's walls kind of lead all the military from the enemy directly towards Dogao, though.
And Dogao's open. They connect with the back wall.
Yeah, like I don't know exactly what this wall does for Dogao, but we'll see. It's been a rough start for him. Meanwhile, though, fires look strong. Nilly is moving out, though, with running. And I haven't seen Goku have scout numbers with fire yet. So, he just looped into Nilly's base.
He's not going to find anything here. Nilly with the quick walls.
Well played.
And the military now making its way over towards Fire's wall.
This is the first time we've had a scout archer combination in the same spot. And this is normally what can be devastating in these types of games. Let's see what Germany can do. If they commit to even attacking a house or if they just dance here. Not seeing much. Nilly's going to get 2v1'd here, though. Nilly needs help, and Nilly's going to drop a tower. And it's like the correct move from Nilly to just try and hold with the tower here. But will it go up?
I think it does. I think it does if he pulls these 3 villagers away.
Oh, no! The scouts are through!
The scouts are in, dude! The scouts are in on the other side. The tower needs to be up now. Nilly's going to lose at least 3 villagers. And I don't know, like... I don't even think it's his fault. That's actually a pretty good recovery from him to not lose more.
Yeah, I really think in that position, as tough as it is... Oh, well, actually, look at the wood lines for
killed a bunch
Fire.
Of archers forward. Yeah,
yeah, Fire lost a bunch of archers. Yeah, you could tell both players are focused on different things there. I would have liked to have seen Running stay with Nilly there and try and kill Fire, but Fire did a good job with the house walls. Miguel is going to send his scouts towards Anatov again, and Anatov and Philip have done a good job just to track these.
Yeah. I'm surprised Philip got, if he's playing so defensive, I'm surprised he got the armor for his archers, but he's going to head out now.
A good clear up here from Running,
scouts have found their way into Running space. Apparently there's a hole there in that wall. You can't see it.
There's so much going on right now. It's hard to follow. Luckily, though, for Anatov, he's tracking the scouts from Miguel. A good job from Running to kill all the archers from Fire.
Yeah, Fire's archer mass is gone now. He's got 8. Nilly's got 14. Fire is 6 villagers ahead of Nilly, though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is Nilly racking up idle TC time again? He is. Minute and 13 seconds. So is Fire, but Fire's Chinese.
Such a tough spot to be in if you're Nilly, too, because you're like, I've just killed so many archers from him. I can push forward now, and then suddenly Goku's there with Fire. So not the start Nilly would have wanted here. And he's just been under a lot of pressure here, right? And I think Chinese are also the better civilization. Nilly having some economic problems, needs to maybe force the issue with military. We have not seen Dogao do anything, really.
Dogao sold his stone, and he's on the way up to Castle Age. He tried to push forward, but he's
He just
I
backed up.
think he knew he was behind with his build, and he's like, I'll play defensive. And then
Mhm.
Philip's like, no, I'm playing defensive, bro. It's just been a standoff.
Still waiting for crossbows. This probably won't happen, but crossbows from Philip to go around Stilgao and right into Miguel's eco. Like there is
Dogao's
a
signaling
massive
that
gap
now.
there.
Yeah, Dogao's signaling that now, and he sent a villager out. So I
Yeah,
think
he might wall
he's
it
gonna
now.
Wall. Yeah.
That's funny to me though. Anyways, Castle Age time is very important here. We have 3 players from both teams on the way up. The exception is the flank in the south. So that's good for Nilly and for Fire because they both might be feeling like they're a little bit behind. Nilly is definitely in the worst position though. Like he is much further
Yeah.
away from clicking up, which means that Running is going to have a beastly performance here in Castle Age. I would consider 3 stables actually in Running's position. You don't see it a lot, but you get a lot of food income with the Khmer.
Oh, dude, it's always 3 stable now. From the last like 4 Arabia games I've watched, it's always
Interesting.
been 3 stable from the pocket. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see if the third one comes up then. He's adding a second now.
There's 3 from Miguel right now. And then there's only 2 here from Goku. We'll see if he adds a third one.
Mhm, yep.
And there's the third stable from Running. And
Wow.
Anatov is on 2 right now. We'll see if he adds a third.
I mean, he's adding the third now, and then there's the third then for Running.
Yeah, it's always 3 stable now. I'm telling you, man.
Tons of
crazy.
army production. Yep.
Yep. University right away for Dogao. He's got 3 ranges. Philip, of course, 3 ranges of his own, and he's getting crossbow and bodkin. Dogao's going to have it a little bit faster than him, but by the time he gets over here, I think Philip's going to have the upgrades. And we look at the army from Philip, does have more.
Dude, these scouts that got through for Running are forcing reactions now from Fire. But great job from Brazil to communicate this.
Walls
I don't
might
think
not
they're
go
going to
up
get
in time.
through.
They do. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's still really good work. I would still sit there and attack those houses though if I'm Running. And here comes the push from Dogao. Philip's got crazy numbers, dude. Mayans are
Yeah.
insane. He's got 40 crossbowmen versus
Bro,
31.
The efficiency all time on these archer ranges, 90%.
I love
on
it.
3 of those.
I love it.
Crazy. Like, he just keeps producing. It's fantastic.
This hurts. This hurts so bad though. While he
Ooh.
might have the numbers, the momentum is here for Brazil, and they were going to shift that focus directly towards Anatov. And Anatov doesn't have a town center on that gold. He
and
needs
he's
that
still
gold.
got the waypoints on the knights going out towards the crossbows. Oh boy, Anatov.
Like the other side for Germany, they need to do something fast here because this is getting out of hand. Just having to leave that gold means you can't make knights. And Miguel is incredible with knight play, like we said at the start of the series, and he's going to have so many of them. He's at 13 already versus the 5 from Anatov.
Like, you don't want to be your side. You don't want to be losing your side that's against Fire and Goku here.
Agreed.
Because you know that the side with Miguel and Dogao is probably going to be winning.
Yeah, and Goku
So
Fire
Germany needs
are
to do
definitely
something over
winning.
there.
And Nilly still 30 seconds away from Castle Age. It'd be a 24-30 uptime. Not what he would want here. I like the patience from Dogao and Miguel, by the way. But I would like to see them like threaten in some way because eventually there's going to be a point where the crossbow numbers with ballistics and thumb ring now for Philip will possibly lead to a snowball against Dogao's numbers.
And they've recovered quite nicely,
Yeah.
honestly. Anatov already has that +2 armor, right? He's only got 1 knight in the queue, though.
Yeah, and 8 knights in total versus the 17 from Miguel. Blacksmith for Nilly's going to go down. He won't have Bodkin. Oh, no.
That sucks. And he lost another villager here, and this position is just so tough for Running to help. He can't loop around the other side. He's going to get all of his army cleared up. He's got to somehow get into Nilly's base, be in front of Nilly's crossbows, and then push into a choke point.
Also, a
And
couple
Nilly
crossbowmen
needs-
from
Nilly needs another
Dogao.
blacksmith.
3 villagers down for Philip on his woodline. Dogao using the control there to get some snipes. Still both big armies in the middle, though, for the upper teams. The upper halves of the teams, I guess.
Nilly doesn't realize he doesn't have Bodkin, I think.
Yeah, he probably just clicked it.
Oh,
And
God.
assumed
He
it.
just assumes it came in
Yep.
before the blacksmith died.
That's a big deal. Also, Thumbring is in for Fire, and Fire's Chinese, right? So he's going to have the better economy, especially after how this game went for Nilly. And Nilly's units are on a patrol, but they're just not they're not attacking.
Yeah, because
Because
would
they don't
be if
have the
they had
range.
Bodkin. Yeah, exactly. Nilly's got to be like, something's off here. Something feels bad about this. And now he's fighting up the hill, and he's trying to like stop Micro, but his units aren't shooting.
Dude, Dogao has 46 crossbows. Probably feels like a lot. There's 60 for Philip.
No,
60.
Philip is insane, dude. Philip is absolutely insane. And now Dogao's like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Man brought a machine gun to a pistol fight. Like, he's running away now.
I also think I need to ask Philip how he's controlling his range units these days, because a lot of people moved off of attack move. But after watching him on Game 1 Islands and now here,
Game 1,
his range
I
units are
watched
super smooth.
Yeah, I watched the galleys on Game 1. I think he just had the timing down with the micro.
Maybe.
Because they were repositioning after every shot.
Gotta love how there's like 40 knights on our screen there in the north, and they're not even engaging. They're just like dancing. That's what this has become.
Oh, the knights have looped around here from running, but like I said, this is kind of a tough position to be in, right? You can't take the fight there alone, and if Nilly tries to push in from the other side, suddenly he's all alone. Still
60
no.
crossbows.
Okay, he made another blacksmith. He's getting bodkin. He realized. Credit to Nilly for actually realizing that was a thing.
That was the thing, yeah. He does have more HP on his crossbows, which is good, but Germany have correctly assessed, like they did before and the other flank, that they can shift this focus now towards running. So running's got to brace himself here, but I've really been impressed with how Germany is held against a very good Arabia team in Brazil. It's probably their best map, but still, it does feel like that Germany's going to need a big fight soon, and I think it's all going to have to come in the north with those crossbow numbers. There's 60, dude, 60 versus 38. They're at the point where they could soon snowball against these guys.
Yep. And Dogao, I mean, the stack is kind of deceiving there for Philip, right? You're not really sure how many units. Now you know.
Like Cav from running into Goku's eco. Sorry to interrupt, but Goku's losing a lot of ills there. And he also has his army. Oh, God, they're sending all their army to the north right now?
Oh, wow. This is a massive flank from Brazil. Brazil is coming from all angles here. We have Goku coming from behind, and he's going to trap all of these crossbows, and Anatov and Philip are like, boys, what's happening?
They can't move. They can't get away from here, and there goes all the crossbows. It was at 60 a couple moments ago. It's going to be below 20 now, and Germany does the right thing. They say, if you want to do that, we're going to make fire pay the price on the other side. Running is going in for the town center. And Nilly, you got to follow him, dude.
Nilly,
you got to follow him right in.
Nilly, you just got to come right under this TC. I would have liked running to just finish off that TC and not go after the army here.
Yep.
But he's going to go after it anyway, and he's going to kill some villagers. But still, is it worth it in the long term? Looks like Philip lost some bills on the gold there to Dogao, and the entire momentum from Germany on the other side is completely gone.
Yeah, and now Goku and Miguel are going to go towards running, and running will have nothing. What an interesting decision there from Brazil. It really felt like the teams were just going to stick to their sides, but they realized they had a good enough lead over Nilly and running that they could just sacrifice themselves. And yeah, running's just dead to this.
Dude, like...
So is Anatov, by the way. Anatov can't deal with the crossbows from fire.
I mean, at least Anatov's got TCs to protect. The TCs won't help out running. And
Fire also lost his TC.
Now.
Fire just lost his TC in 20 villagers. The army counts similar. And now look at the knights from Anatov. If he gets into Miguel's base, Miguel could die.
Miguel! Whoa!
No! The knights are through!
They're in! Oh, but Miguel with the clutch gate, Tristan!
That's huge. That's huge. It's worth sacrificing those vills. That is huge. Oh my God, this is a crazy base trade right now. This is insane.
And now Fire's losing another... Fire's at 34 vills.
Dude, this is amazing. That gate right there from Miguel might have like saved his whole eco.
And running losing another TC. What happens?
Wow. Dude, the population's actually quite close because so many different players are dying. What a gate from Miguel there. Also, obviously, Dogao's going to need some support now, though, because the Knights are trying to break into his base. But he is imping.
Oh, my God. And we have 33 crossbows once again from Philip as he comes over to try and help Anatov. And Anatov is going to see this massive army at the back.
Yeah, look at that one Knight just glitching out there for Miguel. Oh, my goodness, dude. What a moment that was. It's not every day that you see a base trade like that, and it was all a result of Germany switching Brazil switching sides, and Germany pouncing on the other. But you do have 54 crossbows for Dogao, who is now 90 seconds away from Imp. And it feels like if he doesn't take damage, that Arbalest is going to be everything that's needed for Brazil to finally get a win in this series.
Yep. Now the TC from Anatov is going down. Dogao is back there. And you mentioned Arbalest. Doesn't just have army pushing forward towards Philip. He's got army in the back of their base.
Yep, yep. And
But look at Anatov, the knight numbers. They need a big fight here. They need a big fight, and I think Nili
Ooh.
might be coming over with some crossbows from the other side, too.
Nili's got to get something over. He is sending some units. You're right, Dave. All you do here, if you're Dogao, is you run towards the corner. And you let the knight player take trades for you, but you try and keep this army alive as long as possible.
Even just for Bracer. Bracer makes a massive difference here. And Anatov just running through the cavalry. He's trying to get in towards those crossbows. Regroups, though.
I mean, I think Goku could have taken an engagement against Philip's crossbows there. I think this will actually should end up being a clear up for Germany. But the problem is, as we mentioned, Dave, is that there's going to be more army for Dogao. It's going to be coming across the map. What a sick battle here that
Dude,
finally
he's still
Germany
got
will
21
win.
crossbows. It looks like he's got 10.
Yep.
He's still got a bunch stacked up there. Nili's coming over, but lots of units going down there from Germany. They do get a massive clear up on this side as Nili now shamefully makes his way over to the other side.
It's
with
such a
his
bad
crossbows.
feeling. It's such a
Yeah.
bad feeling. You don't know where to go. I think he should have been on fire and maybe even like Goku, but he needs support, obviously. And obviously, Miguel and Goku are loving this. They haven't taken a lot of damage in this game. They're able to produce knights all the time. And now they have a player on Arbalest.
Dogao
And
needs
Philip
to be
is still
careful.
3 minutes from Imp. So the
Oh.
knight players are going to be in an amazing position for Germany.
I was going to say Dogao needs to be careful because he's all alone here, but look at this. Both pockets making their way over once again.
Yep.
As now Running and Nili make their way back towards Fire's base. I think they could maybe just even focus on Goku this time because Fire's kind of nuked.
Yeah,
forever.
definitely go for Goku. But I just don't see how you keep Anatov alive, and Anatov is your best player right now, right? He's got most eco. He's got a lot of knights, but with
This isn't a
Arbalest
great
in, this is insane.
Push here for Miguel and Goku. They got a little bit too far in front of Dogao, I think, and they're tossing away a lot of units here, but Dogao's now pushing in behind them. Still,
I think it's a good
feels like
fight.
they might lose this entire army here. It feels like Dogao might lose all of his Arbalest.
I think in this case, like, even if all the knights go down, that's 40 villagers that are idle for Anatov, and he can't produce knights. And still, Miguel and Goku are pretty much untouched. You do have an army from Running that just now arrived to Goku, but Goku's ready. And remember, Running's on 50 vills, right? And Goku's on 100 now. So Nili is here, so this is a nice little 2v1 for Germany, but you still can't kill those Arbalest easily.
And now Miguel can come over and help out.
Yeah,
too.
and Miguel will be here as well. Miguel also close to Imp, it's worth mentioning. And Dogao has more and more Arbalest on Philip, who still has a very large force of crossbows, and he's just waiting for his upgrades. But his teammate's losing his town center to Arbalest right now. 100
even
additional
repair.
villagers for Brazil. Nili, 44 crossbows. And he's on the way to the Imperial Age, but I'm worried that he and his teammates will die by the time that he's really able to upgrade this mass.
Racer will come in before the TC goes down, and Dogao's going to need to retreat here. Nili pushing forward with the crossbows, but this is a terrible position here because you don't have enough knights to really dive that TC yet,
Yep.
and you can't take out the TC with just crossbows.
Mhm.
As Nili now makes his way up to Imp.
Yeah,
Fire going for a castle as well, and Fire's back up to 58 villagers.
You have 60 crossbows for Dogao. We didn't really see Dogao shine in Game 1 and Game 2. Obviously, he played well, but it wasn't peak Dogao. I think in
Ooh,
this
and
game,
he's
we're
in the
seeing what
back of
Dogao's
Philip's
capable of.
base. He's in the back of Philip. Where is Philip's eco?
He has no eco. You don't need eco with Mayans, bro. The archers are so cheap. And Nili forced to run away because he's waiting for his upgrades. And now Running, forced to run away. Good pounce here from Philip to finally push Dogao away from Anatov's eco. And Anatov still has 100 villagers, but we have Cavalier on the way for Miguel. So I think that could be the killer blow.
Philip has 0 on food, no stone. He's just all wood, all gold. Arbalest production. Now he's going to lose 9 more villagers at the front, and Germany calls the GG. Brazil takes one back. What a wild game that turned into.
That was so good.
Crazy. And like 4 Brazil players just collapsing on that army from Germany. And it was very clear because I didn't see any signals or anything. It was very clear that Nili and Running had no idea the location of that army. And usually you tell your allies that, like, we don't know where they are right now, but who suspects a full commitment
That doesn't
on
happen
that
normally.
side of the map? It doesn't happen. Yeah.
Normally doesn't happen. And in that situation, what's being communicated is Running and Nilly say, okay, we're behind, we will hold. And Philip's probably like, I think I can win this side because I have 60 cross moments. So the expectation there is that the northern side for Germany was going to advance across, and the southernmost side would need to sit back. And due to the fact that they felt they needed to sit back, Brazil took advantage of it and just switched it. It's kind of crazy to think that like that's a good idea to do that, because in the end, Fire lost like 40 villagers. But, you know, it was the right play. And I have to give Germany a lot of credit as well, because I didn't think they'd play this good on Arabia. And they knew after Philip got cleaned up that they needed to go to Fire and they needed to go to Miguel. I honestly think this game is completely different if Miguel doesn't get that Stone Gate and the double market. Because he had
if Anatov's in.
Yeah, he had 3 knights at home and there was 25 knights there. Miguel would not be an imp right now if those knights would have actually made it in. So the team wall, as well as the creative quick walling there from Miguel, really saved them. That was a fun game, though, dude. I want to see more games like that.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think, like, just a couple moments there kind of dictated, right? Like, Neely got put behind early.
Yep.
When the archers came in with the scouts. I don't know where Running was in that whole instance, why they weren't tracking the army. Or Running was forward, actually, with Nilly. So I guess maybe you're thinking from Nilly's perspective, you got a wall earlier there, or you got to get that tower down before the army shows up to protect your gold if you're going to go forward.
I think both sides for Germany really struggled with tracking army. Remember, Miguel hit Anatov as well. I remember waiting for the archers and the scouts to group up for the Germans, and they were just kind of looped in all these different directions. The archers stayed at home. The scouts for Anatov at one point was near Dogal's base. Then he came all the way home. So clearly, you can see by the scoreline in the series, Germany's really good players, but I just feel like their pockets just aren't quite, they don't have that sense of where the enemy army is, where their army needs to be in feudal, which hurt them. But we are here, game 4, and Germany's up 2-1. This is their home map, and it would be pretty dramatic if they were to lose here and we go to a game 5. But already we need to look to the flanks, particularly on Chaos' side. Chaos being Poles where the villagers heal up. And he's up against Turks. So the Turks want a forward wall so they can castle there. The Poles need to disrupt that. This is a really important moment here for both teams. Could Goku get these walls down? Those walls would be epic if he could actually get them down. Goku,
and Chaos,
fast wall it.
Chaos is playing pre-patch Poles, right?
Yep.
So Chaos will be healing up, and I'm just surprised that Goku hasn't
whoa.
clicked these. Oh, he got it!
Oh my
He got it.
God.
That's absolutely massive. And now Chaos, that moment right there basically forces Chaos to come and try and forward wall or send villagers in from the other side.
Yeah.
Or go for a tower in Feudal Age to open this up, because you can't allow your opponent with such a forward wall.
Dude, we got to pay attention to the other side, too. We have Berber villagers, so they are faster. And they were trying to get a forward wall down. And Running is here. And then you have the pocket scouts and the flank scouts. So it's going to be 3 villagers versus 2. And it's 3 villagers from the Berber players. So far, I think, in terms of positioning on Black Forest, things have looked pretty good for Brazil thus far.
For the Brazilians. Yeah, really, really, really strong so far. As Running is now sending villagers out, but his villagers are walking.
Yeah.
And Fire's villagers are running against Running, which is
kind of funny.
Maybe a little ironic, as Fire just tries to keep this open. Wouldn't be surprised if these guys end up playing this map a little bit like Arabia.
Could you
just
also
not
say
even trying to wall here?
Could you also say that there's a lot of chaos on the other side, and that it might be tough for him to win?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. The villagers are healing up. They don't heal that fast, but it does help. I just gotta say, Fire's map is horrible if he doesn't get forward walls down. Look at those golds. That is why maybe he's committing so much to the aggression
it's definitely
here.
why.
Yeah.
It's definitely why. And like, you look at his pocket civilization right there, Bohemians. I think Miguel's gonna have to come forward at some point with the Siege Workshop to support him early too.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, Miguel can't just get away with the straight boom, whereas Anatov might be able to if Running manages to push this stuff away.
I think that Chaos is going to need to feudal pressure the position from Goku.
Oh, Goku got... Yeah, no, he does. He definitely needs to go for a tower. listen, man, I've watched so much Rage Forest in the last like month and so much Black Forest. I feel like my brain is turning to mush, but I'm starting to understand.
You understand it, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but I understand it.
No. I get it. Like, there's positional things which the top BF teams do really well, and it's all, you know. And also the other thing we understand too is like how much the map gen matters. You think, oh, it's Black Forest. There's just the wood lines and a couple choke points. No, map gen can really play a big role. And I think this generation and the start could be so freaking good for Goku. And
I mean, Goku did a fantastic job to get forward there early.
He did.
I think Chaos probably should have sent the villagers earlier than he did
agreed.
with such a choke point, but maybe he didn't expect, like, he's not playing in Rage Forest, right? He's playing against Goku, a guy that maybe hasn't played much Black Forest, so didn't expect Goku to come forward so early.
Also, there is a pond. Anatov is one of those guys that knows those fish trap builds.
Well, Miguel's going to come pond or
pond the dock
for fire.
Pond the
Yeah,
dock.
pond
Yeah.
the dock.
There's a lot to focus on actually. So yeah, Miguel's going to do that. You also have fire with a sneak villager behind Running's base. As we're seeing the Vil war continue, and villager goes down there for Running, and he got really distracted with something there.
Mm-hmm.
Good job from Fire here. I've been really impressed. He's got more Vils than Running does, and he also has the sneak villager. But obviously,
Yep.
the Berber bonus paying off here.
I've been really impressed with Goku, and Goku also has, like, he killed the scout from Chaos, and he's still got 12 HP on his scout, which could be really useful.
I wonder if you're expecting a tower rush from Chaos, and I'm not even sure he's going to be able to have a proper feudal time for it after the Dark Age, but if you're expecting that, I wonder if you can go fast feudal. Oh, look at Fire save this villager.
Save the Vil. I know. It's beautiful with Berbers. You can pull him away at the last second. He killed the scout. Might be able to pull her away too. She goes down.
She goes down too. So now Fire's got 2 sneak Vils because he's sending another one? Fire's like, I honestly...
Wall between, dude, if he walls between Anatov and Running, they might be able to kill Running.
Well,
Palisade walls now and then stone walls later.
Yeah, it would depend
here.
though, because Miguel wants to boom, right? So if he was a Night Civ, then maybe.
Oh, look at Goku. Does he notice? Does Goku see these boars coming in? He's got his scout there, and there's 3 boars chasing the villager from Chaos. Goku?
Oh, this is also on the patch where the pathing is god awful with the boars, so the villager has to stop.
Hello. Oh, go back. He's not paying attention.
I think the villager will
but
be fine.
Dude, why are you blocking these boars? It's still within line of sight of that one.
Well, it's interesting because if that one dies, though, they stop. Right?
Yeah,
so you
so.
can't kill that boar yet, Chaos. You gotta wait. Dude, Chaos knows, dude.
He might lose the villager.
Get the other one.
Oh,
Get the other one. Get the other one. Oh,
Yeah, he's
got
fine.
it. Dude, Fire knew he needed to Vil Rush. He doesn't know what to do now, though. He's just like, what do I do? 4
Wall it. You
villagers
gotta wall it
through.
off. Running has escaped with a singular villager if Fire walls this.
True.
Fire wall it.
I think he might make a barracks or something, dude. I think he's gonna drush.
He doesn't know what he's
No,
doing.
he's sending more villagers now. He just lost a villager next to Running's walls. Running will wall that. This is a good example of being too chaotic in Black Forest.
Yeah.
Like Sito
No,
did
this
this a lot
is-
in the Black Forest tourney. Nice quick wall there from Running.
Yeah, Valis did it as well. This is the brain mush component
Of Black Forest. Yep.
Yeah, where you
And the stupid thing is, like, Fire's gonna probably be in a pretty rough spot, but his team will probably still win, right? It feels like anytime you see a player who's done something that's too crazy, the other players are gonna come and bail them out at some point.
And stone is being gathered here from Chaos. So Chaos might go for the like FC approach into castle on this forward wall, but that forward wall from Goku means that the castle from Chaos isn't near his TC, right? And he's got to go through this entire choke point. So really good stuff from Goku there, as Fire has 4 villagers in different locations, plus another villager at the back that is chopped wood and is now running underneath the TC from Running.
Let's see if Running sees it. If Fire notices, you should steal a farm or something. Actually,
Fire.
that villager will even die.
the TC won't
TCs
even-
do no damage. Look at that. TCs are broken, man.
There
This
are-
is so bad.
Like,
What is
oh,
that?
Just missed 4 volleys in a row.
By the way, people, it's
But
been
it
like
hits the
that
one at
on
7 tiles.
Yeah. It's been like that with DE ever since DE was released, pretty much. But,
Oh my god, Fire trying to kill this villager here from Anatov. He gets her.
dude, I don't even know where you're looking right now. He's got
At
villagers
the middle
everywhere.
walls, the middle wall. And he's Berber, so he's just gonna run away and he's
Also-
made a dock.
Also, yeah, he's got the dock
dock.
up, so if he can eventually make it to feudal, he could kill Anatov's fish, which is a really big deal, actually. And then
Oh,
let's see if this
Running
lumberjack
has
villager can
The
survive.
villager. Oh, Fire's gonna try and wall her in. He's gonna wall himself in. And
Running's like,
you're in here.
You're
with
in
me."
here.
Fire's
Oh.
gonna try and bait her in there.
oh,
and then,
oh! What a play from Fire! Wow, villager
my
trapped now for running. Oh my god, dude.
Fire is everywhere right now.
He's also
He's
oh
even
god,
laming the
Oh,
boars
God,
at the
he's
back
gonna
with
lose the Vil.
boars attacking him.
he's gonna lose the Vil.
The boars attacking him. No, you gotta make a palisade there, Fire.
Oh.
Do we blame him? I mean, there's so much going on.
Yeah. Well, also units shouldn't be able to attack through diagonals, in my opinion. So that's like a bug that happens sometimes, but not others. But I think he's done a good job. I think he's done a pretty good job.
Oh, and he's losing another villager, Tristan.
I don't.
Okay,
Where is he losing the Vils? I don't.
To the boars. He almost lost her. Was attacking her
okay.
through the wall, but he managed to kill it at the last second. Oh my goodness. There's another Vil from running, waiting to get into this little base at the back here from Fire.
I guess Fire's just gonna make houses with this villager now.
I don't know.
All right, let's see. Goku's got to drop the castle forward. If he makes a passive castle or he tries to boom, I may scream a little, just warning you, because this is the perfect spot for Turks
Yeah.
to drop a forward castle. You have to.
And you're still 40 seconds ahead of Chaos's castle.
Yep.
And they're okay, he's gonna make it for beautiful.
Why
Beautiful.
didn't Chaos wall at all? Wouldn't it have made sense to stonewall earlier? Like now he's gonna
No,
do
'cause
it, but what is this?
He was thinking, I'm gonna get up to Castle Age and make a castle of my own. And of course, Turk Lightcap there, so
Yeah.
he's gonna delay the walls a little bit.
You know who we haven't talked about pretty much at all this game? Miguel and Dogal.
Mhm.
And that's perfect for Brazil. They just get to boom. They get to do their thing, go to late game. Their ecos are looking pretty good.
And there's the siege workshop from Miguel. So he did come forward to help Fire, and he's going to be pressuring that goal
Oh.
from running. And this is an awful position for running. He's just up right now.
Oh,
He's
God.
2 minutes and 20 seconds away from reaching the Castle Age.
Oh,
we already have a
jeez.
Mangalol out with the second one on the way from Miguel. That's really rough. Really rough.
All right, here's a question. If this series was happening prior to Rage Forest, because you know Miguel played, do you think Miguel would have gone forward Siege Monk here, or do you think he would have boomed?
I think Miguel would have boomed.
That's what I was thinking too. Because you know the other pockets fish is being contested, yours isn't. You want to be late game with
Uh-oh, running-
Bohemians.
Running didn't see it. Running loses 4 villagers. 5 villagers.
And
Those Mangonels.
Germany's going to fall apart here, right? Because
Yeah.
Anatov doesn't have any way to help. Because he's
Nope.
just trying to boom.
And Anatov even invested into like fire galleys against that dock from Fire.
Mhm.
And he had all this stuff going on as
Yep.
well. Against Fire, as Target now comes over and manages to range that Vil. Fire's like,
Nope.
please leave me alone.
I mean, that TC's probably not going to stay up for very long here for running. I feel like maybe if he had golds, he would try and go monks here. But he just has no momentum. And, he's going to even
Goku-
send Vils.
Goku and Chaos, I think, are in a race to, buy their way up to Imp.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Look at this. Look at what they're doing. Look at the market right now. They're literally in a race.
Yeah.
They're like, I need to get up faster, but it looks like Goku in a better position at the moment.
Agreed. Yeah, you do mine gold a bit faster. He has way more farms. He's got 13 farms, and there's only 6 farms for Chaos. So Chaos using the market more, but I think at the very least, if it's close, you still give the advantage to Turks because they can make bomber cannons, right?
Uh-oh. Fire trying to wall in the scout from Target where his boar villagers were.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
He deleted the wall to get out, and now what?
Well, that's
He
probably
forgot
good
about
for
it.
him. He needs to focus on his base now. He's done his job. See you in 30 minutes if this game is even still going then, Fire.
Oh, the race is still on between Goku and Chaos. It's getting closer. Who do you think is going to get there first?
I think it's going to be Goku.
I think it might be Chaos.
It's going to be close. Oh my god,
bringing in
Chaos
three-
just brought in
three
a
more
bunch of boars.
Yeah.
That actually is going to help him because he needs food income. Well, Town Center. Oh, Town Center will go up for running. We had Lightcav from Target. Great job from Target to pretty much put a stop to Miguel's push now. And Fire, he knows. He's like, oh god, if those Lightcav come to me, I'm in trouble.
Dude!
Why didn't you Stonewall
Who's up
earlier,
first?
bro?
Are they up at the same time, Goku and Chaos?
I think they are. I think it's the exact
I'm
same
trying
time.
I'm trying to look at both timers.
Same.
My eyes don't work that way.
No, dude, I'm gonna break my neck going back and forth here across my screen, and it does look like
That's
this is the exact same
crazy.
time.
That's wild, man.
Oh god, I swear, if these Lightcav get into Fire's base,
That's brutal.
they're gonna get through.
I don't
well,
think they will.
No,
I
don't
think he's
repair
gonna
the
be
gate.
fine. I
Can
think
you
it's
repair
fine.
the gate?
Yeah, he can. It's fine. Well, if
He's
he's
got
sending
too
more
many
bills,
areas
he's
to
fine.
repair.
He's done the math. He's done the math, Tristan. He's done the math. He's done the math.
We'll see. Well, actually, it's worth it if you just lose this field. Just to get the walls down, he'll be okay. You know what's crazy is that Running is in a better position than Fire. He's on 3 TCs. Fire has done a lot of craziness in this game, but he's not even clicked up yet. His eco's a disaster. And good luck trying to buy food, Fire, to go to Castle Age, because the prices are going to be ridiculous.
Goku and Chaos have seen to that. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Fire manages to get the stone wall up behind.
Oh, Dave, let's see who's arrived to the Imperial Age or advanced to the Imperial Age indicator pops up first.
I think it's gonna be. Is it Goku's because he's the higher number, or is it?
I'm gonna go Chaos only because someone
think
said
Chaos
Chaos
is half a second
0.5
ahead.
seconds faster. That's what someone
Yeah,
said.
I think
so.
he's half a second. So I'm right at the end of the day. I said
That's
he was gonna be
true.
up first.
Great game sense. That's why I
It's-
love casting with you. It's
Exactly.
crazy.
It's gonna be crazy for Chaos to try and defend this though against Turks.
Yep, there you
And
go.
There we go.
Chaos first. Yeah, exactly.
Wild.
Because you can get a Treb and you get a Bomber Cannon if you're
Bomber
Goku,
Cannon.
and then
Yeah.
that's gonna lead to you winning the Treb War.
And you have the Janissaries already in your castle. So
I also really like how he, and I can't see all of it, but I'm pretty sure he did. I like how he stonewalled behind the castle, so if he were to lose it, it's not like Lightcav can just run through.
Fire, is this really necessary to spend your stone on a tower with this one villager in the back of Running's base? Running is now, I guess it is. I mean, Running is committing now to
You
a
can
tower of
see
his
it.
own. And also, Anatov is currently walling off the other villager in the back of his base.
This is just insane. Miguel's going to have a really good push on that side, though. He's going to be on his own. He is imping now. We'll have repairs from both players. Time to look to the stone. They both have about 300 stone. So again, you should favor the player who is Bomber Cannons and Trebs, but we don't have another Treb on the way for Goku.
Running made a tower, but he can't deny the tower.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Oh, he doesn't have fletching.
Villager somehow got hit there, though. She did lose some HP because she moved, unless that was Fire clicking it.
Oh, no.
What do you do here if you're Chaos except ask for help? Because you're going to lose your castle, and then you can
You're
lose your
losing your
Trebs to the
side.
cannons.
Yeah. And the good thing, though, for Chaos is that Dogao isn't playing a Paladin Civ. Right? Like, if Dogao was Cumans in
That's
this
true.
situation, Goku's keeping it open on this side, and suddenly Chaos gets flooded
Yeah.
with Paladin.
That's a good
But
point.
instead,
Oh.
Dogao is going to go to the other side.
Miguel needs to get through here. He's telling Fire, like, let me through. He's going to block off Running's walls here. So both the players on this flank have failed to get their walls up on time, and that could be an issue for their teams. We are going to have more stone walls from Chaos. This is the type of thing that I thought that they'd bring him in for, right? Just like knowing, even if you're behind, what to do.
Dude. This could be rough for Goku. Step Lancers with the armor coming in and Light Cav in a choke point like this. Like, Goku's going to feel like, hey, man, I'm opening this up, and he's going to push forward with his army, and then maybe they could just collapse on him. Also, good job from Chaos to save these Trebs.
Please tell me we're seeing full elite Mameluke from Dogao. Yes! Dude, that could be sick. Look at him stack the castles in the middle so he could go to either side, getting Zealotry and then elite Mameluke. We are going to see Mamelukes. And while Lancers and Light Cav are obviously pretty good against Goku's army right now, I think that will get destroyed by the Mamelukes. I think the only thing you
very
use...
slow cook though.
Yeah, it's a slow cook.
It takes
That's
a
true.
long time.
Yeah.
And you won't be going if you're going into that. You won't be going into onagers to cut through, right?
Fire's
Chaos is using
repairing
the traps.
Fire's repairing the tower, by the way. Fire is going to make sure that villager does something. Uh-oh. You don't have
That's what I was
walls behind
talking
this
about.
anymore if you're Goku.
You can garrison in the castle though. If you wall up behind this,
Oh.
Goku, one more wall, one more stone wall,
Oh.
maybe.
Oh,
One
God.
more stone wall. You can't let this happen. Okay, did it.
The Trebs are still there, though, for Chaos, and now he can go for Goku's castle. Germany with a better economy, Germany with more army, Germany with better timings, and you have Anatov with 10 elite Mangudai. And that's what I was going to say, as exciting as it is to go for, like, Hufnitze or even elite Mamelukes, I think having lots of elite Mangudai is something that Germany can do to make sure that there's no counter for Brazil.
Like, look at how long it takes for these. I love Mamluks. You know me. I love this unit, but it's just, it takes so long to get the castles up, to get the production rolling, to get all the techs in for them. And then finally, once you have them, even though they counter the Paladin or the Step Lance or the Light Cap, usually those units are raiding your economy by that point or clearing up the forward castle.
Dude,
like this.
Chaos has been 3 TCs for a bit now. Like, the fact that he knew how this game would flow and that he'd need to eventually, like, use those trebuchets is awesome. Goku fully expected that he could have pushed there. He got completely baited. So now the Mamelukes have to do something.
Well, here comes Hufnitze from Miguel, and he's pushing through the center here, and this could be really, really tough. And, well, Fire is still alive, and Fire has 4 town centers, and Fire has 58 villagers, but his counterpart here, Running, has a sick eco.
Yeah, and
he's on the
Running
way to imp
zimping
already.
as well. Yep. Running might lose the tower war, though, so I'm sure that'll be disappointing.
If they can, man, I want Dogao and Miguel to meet up here. Because, like, the Hufnitze, Hal, Mameluke combo could be sick.
Yep.
But they're so far away from each other, and it feels like Dogao needs to do something on this side. Dogao's coming out with the Mamlukes. And
Here we
Chaos
go.
is going to lose all these treads.
But you see how he re-walled it? The fact that he re-walled behind out of the gate, that makes it so they don't have further problems here. It gives the teammates time to get some level of support here. I don't know how much time, though. The Mamelukes are actually melting the gate pretty quickly. Makes me think of CBA right now, Mamelukes against the gate.
Yep.
And
That
Miguel,
bomber cannon to come forward as well.
I'm not sure about that castle there, Miguel. Can you actually push through the middle? He's going to try to, but Mangudai are so good against Siege. Didn't get the Hufnitze, though, there, Anatov.
He's going to get him now.
Yeah,
He's gonna
delete
get
that.
one
Delete
at
that
least.
castle. Just get out of there with that castle, Miguel. What are you thinking, bro?
I like the 3 layers of wall behind this from Fire, too. So Miguel can, like, venture forward, and then he can safely retreat back there.
Yeah,
As the Mamelukes are in. The Mamelukes are in, and suddenly we look at our humans player and say, bro, what do you have
what do you have? Yeah,
against these?
Yeah.
Like, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
they also should destroy town centers pretty quickly as well. I think you do want to make a push over towards the purple
And he's
player
gonna
here,
clear a
but
lot. He's going to clear a lot of villagers here from Chaos. Deny these full works. Oh, boy.
oh man, Mamelukes from Dogao now helping his teammate Miguel in the middle. So Dogao, I really like the castle positions because it allows him to get to both sides easily. Love as well that Fire's trying to lock down more space, which is so important on Black Forest with a wall. But that's going to be the area Running's going to push.
And look at what the Mamluks have done. They've forced the Mangudai over here, and Anatov needs to be really careful because if he stands still against this army, he will lose.
Yeah, you have to
he
use
just
your
needs
range.
to micro this down. Dogao, though, not paying attention with his Mamluks yet.
Oh God!
You should have just taken
Take
the
the fight
engagement
there.
I think.
Well,
Yeah.
if you run away, the Mangudai still can't address the middle, and they are pushing there. So I think that's probably the reasoning for this. A lot
Step
more
Lancer's
trade
coming in from
coming out
behind.
for Brazil, by the way. 15 trade carts already for Dogao.
That Planter army unable to get in. There's a gate there still, and the Mamluks take an engagement against the Mangudai, and the Mamluks are gonna almost. I think they're gonna win this if he sticks around. The Mangudai need to back away.
Now remember, Mangudai just caused wood, and they just caused gold, which is way easier to build up towards. But still not bad. Big fight in the middle, though. Still important. We've got Paladins, Mangudai, Halbs against Halb, Mameluke, and Hufnitze here. Still no fire, and we're not going to see Goku for a while either. Like, those guys are just booming. So it is the two best Brazilian players hoping to give Brazil a chance and take it to Game 5. I don't know if they have enough here, Dave. It just feels like it's so difficult to micro when you have so little range at play here with the Mamelukes.
They're missing a Paladin player, and they're missing someone with SO or Onager to cut, right?
Yeah, could be good.
And we've got the Hoofnitsa, we've got the Mamluks, so the Hoofnitsa are kind of filling the same role that Onagers do in terms of killing massed units, but they can't cut through the trees to open up new flanks.
And running is losing a lot of helps, but when he gets in close enough and gets hits, he does do some damage.
Big from Dogao to notice this cut here from Target,
shoot.
or attempted cut in the middle. And,
Huh?
I mean, he's kind of blocking this off with Mamluks, goes for a clutch gate behind that, and the cut doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh boy, good awareness there from Dogao.
Yeah, because he's been everywhere ever since he built up towards these Mamelukes. If they push directly through the middle here, they will take out so many castles from Anatov.
Yeah,
This is
and,
good.
And then suddenly no Mangadai at all,
Oh,
right? And
oh
the
my
Mangadai
God,
can't
big
get back
shots!
close.
Dude, these shots are amazing from the Hoofnitsa
And
right
the
now.
Mamluks too. Like, dude, how are you supposed to snipe down these Hoofnitsa with the Mamluks just running cover?
Yeah. Okay, fire with some Teutonic Knights on the other flank. Good. We have the update on fire. We can move back to the main fight. And the Mangadai split from Anatov. Good recovery. Paladins are here now as well. And Miguel could lose all of his siege. Oh my goodness. Great recovery here from Germany.
Anatov. Holy Anatov. Holy Anatov. Just killed all those Hoofnitsa without losing a Mangadai. He finally loses two, but the Mamelukes need to back up, and the push isn't happening over there. Meanwhile, on the other side, fire walling forward. That's actually kind of nice little wall there, and he's finally going up to the Imperial Age. Goku is still just in full recovery mode, but Dogao snuck through with some Mamluks through that cut that Target made, and Target's going to have to respect that.
I would like to point out that fire is not Teutons, and yes, he does have two Teutonic Knights. He is Berbers.
Dude, I was wondering about that too. I was thinking like he's not playing Teutons on the flank.
I was just gonna say,
on?
what did the Teutons make? And then I was like, oh, he can make camel archers. He's Berbers, which would be amazing actually.
Also,
to complement
Fire
the army.
Fire won the tower war with the villager in the back, and he's working away on the palisade walls and wants to push out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's big.
Huge.
That could happen. I mean, there is more trade for the Brazilians.
And the Mamluks are in the trade line, kind of, right?
Oh, true.
Like, no speed upgrade for the trade there
Oh
yet
god,
from Target.
the trade was gonna open the gate.
Oh, the Paladins are coming over, but the Mamluks have found themselves a choke point here.
Yeah,
Feast.
that's still good
Feast.
though, right? Because you're pulling Paladins away from the middle area, which allows you to venture forward again. 42 trade cards right now for Dogao. We've got 24 for Miguel. We've got 2 for Chaos. 3 for running. 15 for both Target and Anatov. So there is a world where they won't be able to make these expensive units as frequently or as long as Brazil.
Okay, when is Goku gonna finally be back in this game? That's the question.
What does he make?
He's going for Cav Archers here.
I like that. I think Bombard Tower is something experienced Black Forest players would do. Excuse me.
Yep.
Just build towers on both sides to make it impossible for the other team to push. But we'll see. The fire is going to go Camel Archer.
We could have Camel Archers, Cav Archers, Mamelukes.
I feel like that's really bad against Siege Onager.
It's a bit overkill. Yeah.
It's too many ranged units.
And here comes the SO from Anatov. Fantastic game, though. This is a super interesting and fun one, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is more fun than most of the Rage Forest games
Agreed.
I've seen so far.
And Dogao trying to use the path that his opponent cut and run through with the Mamelukes again, but the Mangadai and the Paladins are here.
I mean, we got to give credit to the Mamelukes right now because they have the entire German team basically like scratching their head looking for answers.
Yeah.
And suddenly, I mean, Chaos has just walled in those Mamelukes walled in the Mangadai.
True, and they can't run. If Dogao were to get close here, I think he would kill that. Then again, it's Mangadai.
He's going to kill this.
Dave,
He's going to kill this.
Other
unless they get
side,
reinforced.
running is losing his flank. Look at this from Brazil. Oh my goodness. They take out a Teuton castle. We have Siege Onager on the way for running.
And Camel Archers behind.
Yeah. if they can continue a cut of sorts, if they could get Onager over here, maybe cut through, get into that trade, this would be brutal for Germany to hold. And also a push on the right for Goku. He's coming in with CA right now. Still no bloodlines, which is a little embarrassing, but we'll see.
Right as Chaos is trying to mass up his Arbalest, and Chaos got Bombard Tower as well. Siege Onager on the way from running, too. Paladins now coming out here from target, and the Paladins might be able to clear the Isufnitsa. Miguel has to be very careful.
Chaos is going to go Arbalest. Oh, man, it's a problem with Poles, I guess. They don't really have a strong power unit.
Yeah, their late game sucks.
Yeah, they would have wanted to have some more success early.
Cav Archers are in. Go to the trade.
Which side? Cav Archers where? The gray ones?
From Goku. Yep.
Are they in or are they about to be in?
No, they're in. Are you, like...
What time are you at?
47, 11?
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, my capture rate is speeding up a little bit, so the Cav Archers will get in. I can see it now. My bad.
They're in! Fuck.
Dude, they have nothing over here. This is devastating.
There's
if he sits in that
nothing.
trade, they'll kill what
And
little
on
trade
that
is
gold?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my capture rate
That's-
is actually slower than yours now. I'm at 47 tens, but we'll just deal with it.
I'll slow mine down to 1x. We'll
Yeah.
try and...
Also, cut in the middle right now for Dogao, coming through with Mamelukes. I'm at 47.30 for what it's worth. So there's just a lot of aggression right now that Germany has to respect. And they are not controlling the pace at which this aggression comes in. They are not controlling the flow of this game. And we could have counterweights in as well, which I'd love to see. Fire needs to be very careful, though. There is a Siege Onager or two coming towards this Camel Archers on the left side right now. And, well, Fire, he sees it. Okay, he backs away. Dude, I'm like trying to speed up, and my game's just like, it's not super slow, but I could tell it's right behind normal lifetime. So I think we're just gonna be at different wavelengths here, unfortunately.
Where are you?
I'm at 48.30. We could do the pause thing if you want to do that and just sync up and go one times.
Oh, just slow down again. I've been slowing down. You're slowly catching up to me.
It's fine.
You're slowly catch up to me. Fire went for another tower with that villager in the back of Anatov's space, or a tower right there, and he's still working away on the fortified walls on the other side too.
Yeah, Fire's amazing. Also, if you look at the tower in Anatov space, you could tell he told all of his idols to go back to work because that villager was idle and she's trying to go somewhere right now. Gotta love it. We got Cav Archers from Goku in on the trade. He honestly doesn't have a big ball. He went in with like 10.
It's
So-
fine. He's distracting. It's
Yeah,
fine.
he is
He doesn't need to
distracting.
win on this side. Like, they're pushing on the other side. He's not the guy who needs to win, although the Camel Archers, I don't know what time you're at, but they're getting nuked.
Yeah,
by
no, I see it.
Siege Onagers.
But some of the Camel Archers will get into the trade. And the cut from Anatov, he's feeling a lot of pressure to get through here. I don't think he's going to. He's going to run directly into this castle from Dogao. So he's kind of stuck on where he can go, giving Dogao time to research Siege Onager himself. Dogao needs to get range upgrades for those castles, though. Like, that castle should be hitting the Siege Onagers right now, and it's not.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. He'll be able to clear this though. Like, he'll definitely be able to clear this, and Goku's coming over with army too.
Yeah. I like
It's
it
just
from
the
Anatov,
easiest
though,
clear
because
ever.
he realizes that this is not going well and that he needs to force the issue, but this is
Oh,
way
man.
too extreme, man.
Yep. And Dogao is gating behind this, so Anatov tries to click through with these Magadai, and these Magadai are just gonna get ripped
And they're stuck,
apart.
and there's an Onager coming, too. There's an Onager coming as well.
You don't even need the Onager, dude. You
Yeah,
got
true.
Mamluks, so you don't even need those. Anatov kind of retreats with his tail between his legs. He's out of here.
Fire still has Camel Archers in the trade. I thought he was going to lose those, but he wedged him into the wood line. Oh, the trade count is way too low for Germany to continue to make the siege in Mangadai long term. There's actually 0 Mangadai for Anatov. This might be over.
Yep. We have Siege Onager from 2 players on Germany. We have Bombard Tower from the Poles, but he's unable to get them set up yet. And, well, still just Paladin from Target. Paladin and Hussar.
And how long? I mean, he has 50 trade, so I guess he can continue to make Paladin, but Paladin's probably the least helpful unit right now when you're up against Camel Archer, Mameluke. And now there's no way of stopping these Mamelukes, because before it was going to be the Mangadai. And I think we're just moments away. Well, actually, the score is still saying it's quite close. Population's still saying it's close, but it feels like Brazil could close this out and take us to a game 5.
Well, they're going to be distracted now by the Mamluks inside. Mamluks, I mean, against skirmishers. Not really favorable for the skirms, and the Mamluks are still killing the Paladin, too. And Dogao is sending more units behind there. He's got siege onagers coming. There's Cav archers still here from Goku, and Goku is continuing his push on the other side too. And now he's got Siege Ram to finish off the walls here from Chaos and push fully into the trade.
Yep. And while they have to respect the Mamelukes constantly, there's siege onagers now coming through as well for Dogao. I'm not sure if he got the unique tech. It's new. It's still one of the more rare unique techs you'll see in the game.
Counterweights? I don't think I saw it coming in. But
I don't even think Dogao knows it exists, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, again, you've got a big old ball here from Brazil in Goku, and this is going to be the end of Chaos's position on this side now that Siege Ram is here too, and that's where the trade route is. I don't see how Germany turns this around. What is...
Fire got guard tower. He got arrow slits, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, and the villagers cranking away.
Yeah.
Slowly making his way.
She's still working, dude. She's still working. Sappers is a must.
What a great recovery
boy.
from Fire, though. Like, he traded a lot of chaos early, and it didn't look good for him after that, but he got his walls down, and now, I mean, his late game position is beautiful. He's microed really well.
This was the home map for Germany. But
Yeah.
look, Brazil, like, the flanks played so well here for Brazil.
Yep.
Really. Like, just getting the forward walls and map control. We have Chaos to win, who's kind of like a BF specialist, losing the front wall battle on his side with poles. Like, that's just something you can't do.
If that...
And you can see the result of it right now.
If Goku didn't get that one quick wall down, I think it would have been a long-term Polish Vil Rush against Turks, so Turks could never have that position. But the way this game flowed was ultimately better for Turks. I think Chaos made the right decisions after that. But Goku and Miguel, or sorry, well, not necessarily Goku and Miguel. Dogao and Miguel have done what they wanted to do this game. They're on their power units. They've had very little resistance to it. And just reactions now for Germany as they're probably thinking, like, are we letting this slip? We're up 2-0. It looks so good for us. And I mean,
I don't know what...
Man.
I don't know what these camel archers from Fire do. He's busy microing 4 camel archers when he's got an army of 26 sitting in the back.
Dude,
it's just classic moments, right? He's microing down trade carts when he can just sit this one in the trade and kill everything.
Yeah, he doesn't see the trade, I guess, and has completely forgotten about them. And it looks like Germany's forgotten about them as well, to be honest.
The Mamluks, you know, a lot of times you don't hit your timing with the Mamluks. You prefer to have a Paladin pocket, right? That can come through and damage everything. But what they've done in this game is just they've forced Germany to look for all sorts of answers, and Germany still doesn't have one.
Yeah.
They still don't have one.
The other thing that was so amazing from Dogao in this game is how he went for one of the toughest units to build up towards in Mameluke and still had more trade than everyone. Right? He was on 30 trade carts before I saw 5 for Anatov. So that was beautiful stuff from him. And as we know, the Camel Archers are so good against Magadai, and Anatov's taking some risks now on the left side.
Oh, look at the trade for Germany. It's just, it's dead, man. It's just gone. It's dead.
That's it, dude. That's got to be it. We have continuous push from Goku on the right-hand side. In the middle, Fire's in the trade, like you said. The left side's going to be broken as well. And the Germans, they have to just accept the fact that they were up 2-0, and they've lost 2 straight. And I think there will be way more pressure on them as the momentum will be with Brazil. And Brazil's got to be feeling so good prepping towards a Game 5. But we don't know what the civs look like yet. We don't know what the strategy will be, of course. Dang, dude. I really thought Brazil didn't have it today. I thought they were going to get 3-1. That was my prediction. I thought Brazil would maybe win Arabia, which they did.
Camel Archers.
But, dude, just not enough
Camel
trade.
Archers on running side, dude. Oh, no.
Running has
Try to run in.
13 trade. Chaos has 5 trade. There's 18 trade for Target, who used to have 50. He's lost almost all of his trade cards now.
And there's more Mamluks coming in.
Yeah.
And there's Cav Archers all over the other side. I don't know why Germany isn't resigning here. They're
It's
gonna try and
because
play
they just
on, I
don't. They
suppose?
just don't want to accept that this has happened to them. Oh, big shots, Fire! Where are you going, bro? Fire! I don't know if this is what you were talking about because I know we're not synced up.
Yeah, I think you just reached the point that
Okay.
I thought I was synced up with you because
No,
I paused a few times, but
It's all good. It's all good. My game can't handle it apparently, but yeah, okay. Just saw exactly what you saw a minute ago,
you understand what I'm talking about.
and now
Fire
I
was
understand
coming
why
in.
we haven't seen. Why you're confused.
he's
We haven't
still-
seen the GG.
3 of those camel archers, though, are currently sitting in the middle of their trade, so he got through with 3 of them. And he's sniping trade cards.
I just love the fact that both of those sneak vills are still there.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are still just trying to break through. But yeah, I mean, this will boost Germany's confidence or Brazil's confidence even more. It's like they're shook. They can't handle it. They refuse to accept that they're losing this map to us, guys. Let's go.
Okay, so GG is called. I don't know where you are. but
Yeah, it'll
GG is
happen
called on my end.
eventually. Yep.
And the KD for Dogao, Tristan, this game is amazing. He did such a good job with the Mamluks. We talked about the timing on those being difficult. He made it happen. Germany
Dang.
didn't have really anything against it. I mean, Target, the Paladin player with a KD of 265 to 628.
Mm-hmm.
That is just Mamluks right there. Absolutely feasting on his units.
Do you think that going Paladin was a mistake? And maybe since humans have Siege Onager, hindsight being 2020 and all that, that Target could have just gone SO Halp. Would that have been more
mean-
beneficial? Because Anatov had to spend a lot of resources to try and go Siege Onager and also Mangadai at the same time.
Maybe, but I think like standard play there with the Saracens is not to open Mamluk. Standard play there is to go Siege Onager yourself.
Maybe, yep.
And I think they were assuming that Dogao was going to do that and that they could maybe get in as well to Firespace. And then if you're going SO Halb and you get into Firespace, Paladin are going to do a lot more damage immediately. And they can run in towards the inner eco of Brazil.
If you go back to, I'll just go 43 minutes, and just think about that, how vulnerable the position is for Fire there. Fire's got double layer, I guess, at that stage, but remember he didn't have the double layer originally, and he was just working with one. I wonder if that was Germany's mistake, just not pushing that area, because if Fire doesn't come back into the game, if they push with Trebs and Halbs there even, Miguel can't help there that easily. Miguel can't push middle. They just had so much army at that stage. It's 155 army versus 82 at the time I'm talking about. They just couldn't
Yeah.
find the areas to push.
I think a big problem for Germany here is like once they're on the back foot and their ecos are finally rolling, we look at their civ combination. Humans late in the game,
Yeah.
right? It's not pretty. I mean, they get SO, but then it's SO Paladin, and then we look at Poles, and it's also
Poles is bad.
disgusting.
Yep.
Poles late game is terrible in a closed map like this.
In
It's just
fact,
really bad.
final thing maybe we'll talk about. Again, I'm going to just go back. I want to see how quickly Chaos sends his vills, because I think he went like double
went
house,
late.
and then he
Yeah, he
brings the
went late.
villagers in under the sheep, and
Yeah.
then he goes. Whereas, yeah. You look at Goku. Goku sends 2 villagers right away, because Chaos is actually closer to where that wall went down, but because Chaos delayed, that made the difference there, and I think it's a completely different game if Goku doesn't get those walls down. But Brazil has brought it back. After the first 2 games, it didn't look like they had the strategy today, but the strategy in game 3 and 4 was awesome, accompanied by
I'm
some
in.
great gameplay. Yeah, I think we're synced. I'm 30 seconds. Assume you'll
30
be there
seconds.
too.
Perfect. And we
Good.
see Golden Lakes, and on Golden Lakes, what I've seen a lot is laming, and Fire's already coming forward with the Aztecs here on the flank. He's going to find the sheep, and he's going to find that boar, and that boar is awfully close
Oh, God.
to his base. And this is not being denied. Like, this just simply isn't.
We have
The
a-
game is paused now.
We have a pause here.
Oh, no. Dude, time is ticking, guys. Come on.
No pausing. Yeah, pausing should be against the rules at this point. I'm wondering if restarts are allowed for a reason other than like an admin bug. Like, do you have one restart per best of 5?
Yeah, there is one, but I'm not sure if it's just for the Nomad maps or not. I don't know.
Yeah, because I
don't
agree. I hear your phone's beautiful little ringtone there, Dave. But yeah, I mean, they might be pausing because they see the lane. No, it's far too early. It's got to be for some other reason. Hopefully, they just get started here. But on this map, you've got ponds in the north, south, east, west, and there's a lot of fish there. And you will sometimes see a flank player sacrifice everything to be able to kill 2 other players' fish, because oftentimes you'll have a player like Yellow, for example, Anatov go for a dock in the south. You could have like Philip also go for a dock in the south. So if Dogao could get the fish there, for example, that would be huge. But
And the lame from Germany kind of denied here. The scout came forward. TC Fire got some damage, and Miguel is now chasing that scout away. So this is not a great start here for Germany at all. Much better for Brazil.
yeah, Fire stole a boar too. So as far as I know, he stole sheep and he also stole a boar. So Target's going to be under pressure here. He's gone as the Burmese, which I think is a pretty good matchup against Aztecs in a 1v1. But you sometimes just need to have a unit that you can stick to over the course of a whole game. And I don't know if Burmese have that. I don't know if they can open archers or open cav and feel comfortable sticking with that like other civs can.
Look at Goku hanging out near Fire's boar.
Yep.
With his scout. He's like, come on, dude. You going to pull this in? I can't be here all day. Come on. You going to pull this in? There we go.
I think this is a game where we are going to see Miguel go into beast mode, right? Like Miguel with safe fish as Malians. It's kind of like
he's
Miguel
gonna
playing
have, like,
Franks on
25
Arabia.
fishing ships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's worth it for Philip to just try and YOLO villagers to that pond. Because you know someone's going to dock back there, but usually it's going to be 2 docks. So you're going to have the flanks dock and the pockets dock.
I think the only bad thing for Miguel here is he's gonna have to share that pawn with Dogao, but Dogao is still not sent a villager out, and Dogao is just right now no lumber camping it.
True.
Tristan. So I think Dogao is probably gonna attempt to just play land because the water is so far away from him.
Yeah, I could see that.
I've seen
Just
it
archers.
before on this map. Yeah. If you play land, you don't go for the water investment early. You can hit a good timing, but you're gonna need to do damage.
No. He's gonna go forward dock, Dave, and he's gonna try and kill the fish instead, I believe, because he's got the Vil on the way already,
And
bringing
he's got
his
the
eagle as well.
supporting. And the scout from Philip is already weak too.
Is
On the
Anat-
other side, though, Fire also delaying his dock.
Okay, so this is a strategy then from Brazil. They just feel like it's not worth it for the flanks to go for fish because they'll give up so much map control. And it's funny because you
eagle.
have Target trying to sneak a villager. He's not going to find Fire's fish, but he could find Goku's fish. Goku's now docking that pond.
Cow doesn't have loom. Cow doesn't have loom.
Oh, the scout didn't see it! Or did the scout see it?
Scout saw it.
Dogout, get loom, bro. It's funny because he does. I don't think Red saw it. I do not think Red saw this. He's checking.
He maybe didn't notice it. He definitely saw it. But now the eagle is there, and
Oh,
Dogao
boy.
somehow gets out of this situation. And Philip will see that he is in a water battle now.
Yep.
However, Philip is Bengali, so his ships should theoretically win that. Unfortunately for him, he also has to worry about Anatov's dock
Oh,
on
dude.
that same area.
This is where, if you're in Fire's position, for those that don't play team games, you have the duty of bringing the unfortunate news to your pocket. And you're like,
Yeah,
hey,
there is a dock.
hey, bro, unfortunately for you, there is going to be
Yeah.
a dock on your pond.
Due to you put it in like the HR
Due
language.
to no fault of my own.
unforeseen circumstances. There appears to be a person of German descent that has established a seaport on the lake. Your fish may experience disruption at some point during this match.
I do
Thank
like
you.
this from Fire, though. So he might have switched his game plan a bit because he doesn't have a forward villager. But he is actually walling in that Vil, which means that Target can't conveniently make a second one. So that's very helpful. By the way, Miguel is fishing freely. And then it's very important to bring up that Dogao's going to want to get a second dock up because he's gone forward dock here. Not sure about the whole fish thing, but he's done it. And Anatov is here as well. So if Dogao can 1v2 or if Target can 1v1, all very important to the players on both
Ooh,
sides.
Great job there from Philip to wall in the villager from Dogao. And
Yep.
actually, great job from Target. Fire actually deleted a wall at the top, and Target replaced the palisade wall over it. So he's
Oh.
keeping that villager alive. But he's still only going to have one dock here. for the time being.
Yeah.
And Fire is walling up behind this.
Really tricky, right? There's just been so many things to talk about. Look at Dogal's eco for a second. If this guy, if he loses his fishing
eco
ships,
am I looking at?
Dogal is not going to have much. And it's actually the same for Philip. Like, they're both YOLOing so hard on water builds here. And the second dock will go down for Dogal.
I've got this TC on my screen, and there's literally nothing out. This is like an album cover, man. It's the TC in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, the quick walls here, though, from Philip to save the villager. All very unique. You do have the Camel Scout now attacking the Scout from Miguel. Camel Scout will win that fight, but there's an Eagle as well. This is ridiculous pressure. Everyone's arriving to Feudal Age. Welcome to the party here in game number 5. And we still don't even know if the pockets are going Scouts, but it's assumed that they will. And I'm seeing that at least Miguel and Anatov are.
Well, Goku is forced to invest on water
True.
against Target. But he's going to be 2 docks versus 1. Still, that's going to slow him down. Fortunately, Miguel doesn't have anything blocking him off, and he's going to have a pretty impressive fish boom here, and he will go Scouts behind this as well. Although the team walls for Brazil, they've started, but they're nowhere near complete, so he's still very vulnerable there. Germany's working away on their team walls, too.
I love the recognition from Target. I don't know if this will work, but he knows there's going to be archers from Fire because Fire's not going on water. He doesn't even see it, but he just senses it, or he's been told. And due to that, he's going to need something stronger than Palisade walls. So he's just YOLOing down stone walls right now. And the problem is there's so many areas to wall. They're not walling together, really.
This is planned from Germany. They did this last time,
Yeah.
too. Full stone walls.
I remember France
Full
doing
stone
it as
walls
well.
early.
France did it against China B. I know a lot of teams have probably done it, but yeah, this makes sense. By the way, Dogal about to be very distracted because there's a Scout and a Camel Scout on his gold. Lots to focus on here, Dave. Everything could go wrong in the blink of an eye for both teams. So let's see how it pans out here. Whoever loses this game will be out of Nations Cup.
I like how it's kind of balanced, right? Like you have Anatov as a pocket, has to worry about the fish harassment because of the dock there, so can't overinvest in fishing ships. Same thing for Goku, right? Goku has to go for fire galleys. And then we have a boomer running with Sicilians, and then a boomer, Miguel, with the fishing ships on the other side, too.
I think adding a few more, or Miguel, sorry, adding a few more fishing ships. Running is stonewalling as well. But if the stone walls go down, I think the Germans will like their position. Well, it's really important that Target somehow gets a big demo against Goku. Because if he could go 1 dock versus 2 and kill Goku's fish, it could be important.
Dogao cancels out the demo there from Philip. And he's going to have this villager out and available to make more docks over here. So Philip will need to keep contesting.
Look at all the pressure going towards Dogal. The fact that he's still focusing on water and has all these scouts here is awesome. But great job from Miguel to support his teammate here. That said, he's actually lost track here, and the communication's probably now coming in that help is needed. That still seems fine, though. Miguel's got good numbers.
Yeah.
And good micro from Philip. Remember, his ships do regen. But beautiful micro from him. Look at all the weak ships he has compared to Dogao. And Dogao could lose his weak ships, too. He's got to be careful. But I don't know if he can get him back. Yeah, Dogao distracted Dave. Oh, but impressing me as he continues to get repairs in on these ships.
Are there any demos coming out?
In the north,
Just fires
right now.
Demos coming out there. Big on Garrison here.
Oh!
From Target. Target gets a big demo there. He's going to get another decent, a really good one here. And Fire is trying to dock on this side, but suddenly Goku is being outpopped.
Also, where did the archers go? Oh, God, we completely missed Fire. He got into Running's eco. Running with
Miguel,
a triple gate hold, but that is not something he wants to deal with right now. Spearmen and archers.
Miguel is killing villagers at Philip. He's already killed 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dude,
Probably 5.
this
Miguel
is
just got an
huge.
omega raid on Philip, and suddenly Philip, who wants to continue contesting water, got trapped in on his wood line with those scouts.
And he's got no wood now, which could mean that Dogao could overtake him on water and kill all of Anatov's fish. There are massive ramifications, but Anatov will clear up the raid that Fire had in Running's base. And Target is trying to kill Goku's fish still. So there's still so many things that could happen. This is crazy. Oh, God. Scouts from Miguel on the gold now from Philip. Philip, his heart must be beating so fast right now. He's falling apart.
Yep. He is Bengalis, so he got 2 extras. So I
Yeah.
guess technically he could lose 2 for free.
True.
But he's running into some problems. 28 villagers here. 35 for Dogao, who he's been fighting against on water this entire time. And Dogao is massing up ships again for a big pushback on the water here. Credit to Philip for keeping the production going on the fire galleys, though. He doesn't want to let his pockets fish die.
Yeah, and he's done, considering what has just happened, he's done a really good job. Also, great job from Anatov to stonewall himself here. Because if you tried to go for a team wall, it would not have worked out, and things
The
would be even
plan
worse
was a
for you.
team wall. The plan was a team wall, but Philip, things have not gone to plan over here, and Philip might just be left out to dry because of it.
I wonder what the army is going to be for target. Remember, he's got no
Dogao has to be
fish.
careful here.
And Dogao has to be careful, but Miguel is here. Miguel sees this. Miguel adding more scouts. Will be in Castle H faster than anybody in this game. If there's a hole, there is a hole for
18 fishing
Dogao.
ships.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That was way
Another
too
hole,
close.
too.
And another hole that he
Nice.
plugs. So now Miguel's probably hearing the pressures heading towards him. Which he
Ooh,
will
Dogao can
mind.
Dogao needs a big eject
Oh my-
here on these docks.
I think he tried it there. He didn't have
Yeah.
another demo, but there's a lot of weak ships there for Philip, and there's a lot of fishing ships in the middle there, guys. Miguel tracking the scouts, will take some losses, will ultimately clear these scouts, but good counter raid here from Anatov. Miguel got baited. Miguel got baited hard by that one scout. What a play from Anatov. He pulled the other scouts away. Miguel's not looking at that. He's looking elsewhere at the moment. He wasn't able to prioritize his time there, so he took more losses than he would have wanted. On the water, though, recovery mode for Philip as he comes out with a lot of YOLO demos, but those are good demos. He's still
Oh,
keeping
wow.
his fish alive, and he's still keeping Anatov's fish alive.
To some extent, I mean, Anatov might lose some now, and we look at the comparison between Anatov and Miguel. Miguel's got 18 fishing ships right
Yep,
now, right?
yep.
Like Miguel's eco is looking super strong. He's now
Couple-
got to protect Dogao again as running is in with more scouts. Oh man, Dogao and Philip have had such a rough time this game.
The team wall has really helped here, right? Like the fact that Brazil hasn't had a team wall on Dogao Miguel's side has meant that this type of damage can be done. It almost feels like it's Dogao's duty to wall towards that wood line where Miguel's stable is right now, because otherwise units can run right through. But we are going to see focus shift towards the middle here. And there's a TC from Miguel in the middle. He's protecting it with camels right now, which is a good move because Gujaras are out there doing extra bonus damage with their camels. You don't want to be making knights against that. And then also a TC from our Tatars player Goku, who did a good job in this game thus far to keep his fish alive and even allow fire to fish freely there.
Also, it's fire going with 15 archers about to be crossbows when he hits Castle Age against our Burmese player going for triple range crossbows.
Ooh.
Not ideal, right?
Yeah. Burmese going crossbows is not what you want. They don't even get arbalest, right? I know the arbalest aren't that strong for Aztecs due to lack of thumb ring. But maybe a sign that the plan for Germany was simply to snowball with Burmese on water and they didn't have a backup plan. This is where Fire and Goku shine as well. Knight crossbow, and their eco is pretty safe. And we see 0 town centers in the middle for Germany on gold. So Brazil just getting a massive eco lead right now.
I mean, Target needs a siege workshop, but that feels terrible in a
It does.
4v4 where you're
Yep.
trying to hold on the flank, right? And he's just going to have to hope that these houses can hold long enough for Running to start making a difference. Running has 15 knights right now, and Running's waiting to collapse, and we only see 9 knights here from Goku.
Mm-hmm.
So if Running finds a big engagement, it could turn the tide of this battle. Unfortunately for him, his flank player isn't going to really be able to support anytime soon.
Yeah, it's also worth pointing out Tatars could add some camels. I don't think you should if someone's making crossbows, but it looks like Brazil kind of sensed they could have some problems, backed away, running towards the middle with his knights now. And camels from Anatov in the middle, denying a TC or delaying a TC from Miguel, but Miguel's still got so many camels. Miguel has the strongest economy in this game, 18 fishing ships. He'll be on 3 TCs, 4 TCs actually, if he completes that one. And this is what we said, Dave. This is where you'd want Miguel to be. He had a horrible migration game earlier, you could say, and he's just been looking better and better. Oh, God. Miguel also still with light cap at red space. Still. I'd hate to be Philip right now.
Jeez. Philip has done, you know what, though? I've been watching that water battle on the side, and Philip's up just after Dogao.
Mm-hmm.
Philip has done a fantastic job,
I
considering
agree.
everything that he lost over there. And Anatov's fish are still alive. That's the only reason Anatov's camel number is the place that it is right now, is because Philip has basically just been YOLOing himself against Dogao to try and keep that safe.
Look at what Brazil's
And-
doing. Brazil is trying to converge armies towards the middle, or at least I thought they were. I think they're trying to deny the gold from the German team, but I'm wrong. We actually have Fire Goku making a play against Running. Running stable is going to go down so quick here against these knights and crossbows, and so he will add more stone walls behind this. Oh,
Running
God.
does still have quite a few knights, though. The knights are in the center. They're supporting the camels from Anatov. And Miguel is just looking for a good fight, and he's found one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Running has gone too deep here. Running has gone way too deep here with his knights. His knights will be cleared up. The camels come from behind from Anatov, but Miguel is in a position now to disengage after getting a really good engagement.
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. You could tell Germany was stressed there, and they felt like they're going to lose this game if they don't force something because they fought underneath 2 TCs. Miguel took a good engagement. The stone walls for Running are going up, but he's losing villagers, and he's just going to lose the blacksmith now. He'll lose the house after this. Like, he needs army here to deal with this. And here comes Target, the Burmese player. He does have crossbows, but he still doesn't have the knight support from Running.
Yep.
Dang, dude. And also on water, we see upgrades right now for Dogao. Upgrades have just
Dogao just
completed for
holding
Philip.
on.
Yep.
Dogao is just holding on. He doesn't have villagers over here anymore, which is going to make it difficult.
He probably hasn't had a lot of fun this game, Dogao, but he's done a great job.
No, he definitely hasn't had a lot of fun.
Fire with
Good job
62
from
eco,
Fire
so
here.
Fire.
Oh, but there's a lot of military here. There's suddenly 3 players from Germany.
You got to, but if you whittle down enough camels here, your position's going to be so good. Just take out those
Are you
camel
going
numbers.
to, though? Look at the position here from the knights from Running. They were inside of those crossbows, and the crossbows will be going down, and I think only like 6 or 7 camels died there.
Starting to look at stone counts. Both teams having villagers on stone right now. I'm just saying that because this is where a castle in the middle could be good. You could tell Germany's very hesitant about getting the gold control. They're not sure if they could really do so. And they're placing the TCs on the hill.
Ooh, good snipes from Dogao, taking out the fish from Anatol finally with his fires.
93 villagers for Miguel. 35 camels. And they have Burmese player going crossbows, Germany. If that was an Arbalest player, you'd say that Arbalest player matters a lot here against camels, but
Yep.
it just doesn't
30
scale super well.
No. 38 crossbows for Burmese, and it's about to be a whole lot less as he's found himself without an ally.
Yep.
His allies are in the center, and maybe they're saying the same thing you're saying, like, bro, it doesn't matter if you lose crossbows.
You're Burmese. Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Oh, Dave, yellow villagers. I think Germany has known for quite some time that they're behind here. Can you actually complete a castle there, though? That's a lot of camels from Miguel.
But there's camels there from Anatov to support, and there's knights here as well from Running. Can he get the castle up in time? If this was the Sicilians player, I would say yes.
This might be the
he's gonna
game.
have enough. No,
This might be
fire's
the
coming.
series.
Fire's coming from behind, and here comes Goku too.
Brazil with the reverse sweep. They've heard the 7-1 jokes for the last 15 years or 12 years or however long it's been. And they're getting some revenge here. Oh my God.
Look at the military. Look at the eco numbers here. Germany had a 2-0 lead. It was 2-0.
2-0, and they were stomps the first 2 games. But we did say Brazil were saving strategies and saving civilizations. Just didn't expect they'd do what they did on Black Forest. They didn't know that they'd have it together as well as this after the mental blow of losing the first 2 games too. It's not easy to lose games. And a castle from Miguel, who's been a god this game, is going to deny that gold from Philip. And life's already a struggle for Philip right now. Ay. Look at this.
Oh, that TC is just going to melt. That TC is gone, and then no gold access at all for Anatov. Does he have any at the back? He's got 1 tile at the back, 2 tiles, and some stone. Time to start setting up the trade, boys, because you're not getting to the center here, I don't think.
Brazil's probably like, no trade this game, guys. The servers go down soon. We do not want this to drop.
Yeah.
We have to win this game quickly. Obviously not on their minds, more of a caster comment, but Dave, I just don't see how there's any way back for Germany. There's just way too much eco and army for the Brazilians.
Now they're behind by 100 economy. Where's the Imperial Age? Who's going to be the first player up to Imperial Age? Right now, no one's really that close. It's just
True.
full Castle Age army. Surprising, actually.
The amount of crossbowmen that Germany have could save them because of Miguel being the carry player and Miguel going mainly camels.
Yeah.
But
But
still,
he's
they
adding in
don't
knights
have
now.
gold.
He's got knights in the queue now.
Yeah.
I think Miguel's realizing this.
Yeah, and they can't take gold, right? So Miguel can toss away units endlessly because his eco's been
Also-
untouched.
TC there from Target. Needless to say, it didn't go up
Yep.
in the center. The TC from from running somehow went up, but I guess that's more of a Sicilian thing. Won't
Wow.
be able to.
Look at Miguel getting
mine gold
conversions
there.
as well with monks, right? Like getting value on the conversions, healing up as well at various points throughout this game. And they're just cutting off the gold supply. It's not getting any better for Germany. They can't counterattack because if they do that, they will absolutely lose the middle. And even Dogao here with monks. And Dogao's at 100 villagers too, dude. Crazy recovery with his economy.
Well, 86.
Yeah, it's true. 93 eco is maybe what I should have said to be more accurate. But we'll see what he makes. Obviously, with all the gold control, he could make Kameyuks. He could make Eagles. He could make anything at this point, I think, that the Incas have. He could even go Slingers. I think they would still win the game.
Good castle there from Fire, although
Oh, that's not going to go up.
maybe Fire got a little bit, too energized by the position. He does have 97 villagers.
Yeah.
He's got a really solid economy, and he doesn't care. He's just going to send more forward. I get Fire.
Yeah, he's going to do that. Goku's coming to help. But the GG's called, and Brazil
Well played.
completes the reverse sweep. They stay alive in Nations Cup, and Germany is out. A heartbreaker here, Dave. I don't know what more to say. Both of these teams were expected to go pretty deep in this tournament, and I feel bad for the Germans right now. As exciting as it is to see Brazil come back, you always hate to see a team have to face that type of a loss.
What a crazy comeback, too, on Black Forest as well.
Yeah, that was the
Of,
game that
like-
really stood out to me.
Jeez. And then this one, too, like Dogao just holding on to this pawn for so long. Miguel being so active with the scouts, basically nuking Philip. I think Philip did a fantastic job, even after getting hit by those scouts.
hmm
Like, imagine how well he would have done if he didn't lose 7 villagers to 4 scouts, right? And then Goku dealing with the water pressure from Target quite well on the other side, while booming up is very nice. And then, of course, Fire was just always ahead of Target. Target playing Burmese, and I guess they were going Burmese just to go for the water pressure early.
Yeah, probably adapt from there. There was definitely some picks here which weren't top of their list, right? Because they waited till game 5. If you look at the Eco KD, look at how good Brazil performed. Particularly, I think the pockets. Like Goku was 21-2 with the Eco KD that game. Dogao was a flank, obviously 17-9. Miguel 15-5. It just felt like Miguel was able to do damage on 2 players. You had Goku getting some value, I guess, defending his own fish, but also then doing much better in the middle. And things just kind of fell flat for Germany with map control due to the fact that Miguel and Goku opened up so nicely to Castle. And I didn't watch all of Germany's sets, so I don't know how many games they played on this, but I could tell you that Brazil was experienced. It seemed like they made every decision correctly there. Germany is out now, but I think it's exciting for Germans because, well, not the fact that they're out, poor timing on those words, but they didn't play with Jordan, right? And yet you have all these other talents in Germany that have performed well in Nations Cup. So if there's ever another Nations Cup, or when there's another Nations Cup, I think Germany will come back and be even stronger. Very impressive showing from them in this tourney.
Yeah.
And
what
Brazil,
do you say? It's a reverse sweep, dude. You love to see it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love to. You hate it. It's heartbreaking for the German fans, but Brazilians, that's super hype.
yeah, we have Brazil now waiting for the loser of Argentina and Finland, which is the upper bracket semifinal.
We could have a Brazil versus Argentina match. Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be insane.